Hey, 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 how's it going, y'all? How's it going, y'all? Hope all y'all doing well today. Today, I'm going to be drinking and driving in BeamNG 0.35, which is the newest release of BeamNG Drive, which is a racing and car crash physics simulator video game that I enjoy much more so than not. Now, I do want to acknowledge that I do not encourage or condone drinking and driving in real life. It's dangerous. It's not good to do. You're not only endangering yourself, but you're endangering others as well. Do not do it. But do I love drinking and driving in video games? I sure as hell do. It is so much fun to get a nice buzz and to get maybe a little bit drunk and drive in video games. And so as such, well, that's exactly what I'm doing today, because I not only want to explore BeamNG's newest version and what the release has come with, but I also just want to have a bunch of fun and drink and drive in BeamNG Drive. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hope all y'all are having a fantastic day today. I am having a great one myself. I am enjoying my night a little bit more so than not, and I hope y'all are enjoying y'all's night, morning, afternoon, whatever it may be for y'all. I hope y'all are having a fantastic one, to say the least. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Excuse me. Simulated drinking and driving is goated? Nah, for real, bruh, for real. How's it going, Mr. House 05? How's it going, Limos Kid? How's it going, K-Vanna XO? How's it going, M4RK7? How's it going, Butt Cheek Sundays? How's it going, Nature Lovers? How's it going, all y'all? How's it going, MK? Andrew W123. Yo, Andrew W123. Huge shout out, yo. Massively based name right there. Love to see it. W123's absolute amazing cars. I've got one myself. I love them, and there needs to be one in BeamNG Drive as well, if I do say so myself. Base name right there. Love to see it, Andrew. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. How's it going, Joey? How's it going, Justin? How's it going, Julian? How's it going, MK? How's it going, Travis? How's it going, Daniel Remains? How's it going, King Clorox? How's it going, all y'all? Hope all y'all are having a great day, you know what I'm saying? How's it going, Harley Brito? You're just saying, bro, I bought your book. It's really fun to read. Hey, appreciate the purchase, my man. Glad to hear you're enjoying the book. Appreciate the support, you know what I'm saying? Of course, any of y'all interested in the book I wrote a couple years back, check it out, you know what I'm saying? Thank you so much for the purchase, Haley. I do appreciate it. Let me just make sure I'm reading your name correctly, just so I'm not mispronouncing your name by accident. But thank you so much for the purchase once again. Appreciate the support, yo. And glad to hear you're enjoying the book. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And thank you so much as well for the gifted Tier 1 sub, Sadistic Diablo. Thank you so much for the gifted Tier 1 sub. Hope you're enjoying the live stream. Hope you're having a great day. Appreciate you stopping by and appreciate the gifted Tier 1 sub. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. W126 gain, W126s, I'm not gonna lie, pretty based as well, but personally, I'm more of a W123 person, but W126 is based, and I wouldn't mind having my hands on one, I'm not gonna lie. If I found a W126 with the OM617 under the hood, I would be tempted to pick it up if it was a really good deal, I'm not gonna lie. I certainly wouldn't mind having one in my possession, that is for sure. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir, yes, sir. What is the book about? Didn't know you had one. So the book is all about the stupid stuff I did in high school. It's called I Peaked in High School, Stories of My Stupidity. You guys can find it on my website, www.jacob, F-U-C-K-I-N-G, Jones at... You can find my... I lost my train of thought there, and then I was like, oh, let me just stay quiet for a minute just for this to be funny. My book can be found on Amazon for around about $12 USD. You can find it on my website, www.jacobfuckingjones.com. You can find a link to it there. But it's all about all the stupid stuff I did in high school, urban exploration, stuff like that kind of thing, having good times with friends, doing kind of semi-stupid stuff. A lot of fun to have had the experiences in that in that book, I will acknowledge, and it was a lot of fun to write, and I'm glad that y'all enjoy the book as well. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir, yes, sir. BeamNG0.35.com. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much as well for the gifted Tier 1 sub, Mr. M4RK7. Appreciate the gifted Tier 1 sub, my man. Hope you're enjoying the live stream. Hope you're having a great day. Appreciate the gifted sub. Appreciate the support, my man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate the support. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. But, I'm thinking, I should probably go ahead and get my drink going now, shouldn't I? I probably should. Volvo 240 is so good. BeamNG, it's your comfort game. BeamNG is so good. Mr. Lane the Train. Yo, we got Lane from Serial Experiments Lane right here. And your name is Lane the Train. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. But, BeamNG is such a good comfort game, I'm not gonna lie. It's just so much fun. It's so much fun. But I'm thinking I should probably get a drink mixed up. After all, I can't drink and drive in BeamNG 0.35 and check out what the new features of the game are and have fun drinking and driving in BeamNG 0.35 if I don't actually have a drink. So I should probably go ahead and grab my Mount Gay Eclipse rum from Barbados, which I bought at my local liquor store for around about $20 USD. Should probably go and get it all opened up. Pour some in my glass, if I possibly can. And now that I have done that, I'm thinking I should probably go ahead and get my Coca-Cola all opened up as well, because today I'm not just going to be drinking straight rum. I'm going to be drinking a little bit of a rum and Coke with some caffeine-free Coca-Cola that's been in the fridge for about the last 2 days now. Let's go and get it opened up if I can, but it is being a bit finicky, so I'm just going to lift it up just like that. All good now, all good now. Let's go ahead and get it all opened up, and let's go ahead and pour it in. Just like that, you know what I'm saying? Just like that. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Gonna go and put that back down. Stir it up just a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Gotta do it, you know what I'm saying? Gotta do it. And now, I think it is time for me to put my drink back down, or my drink back down, my fork, my stirrer back down, and I think it's time for me to go and take a sip. Ooh, that is good. Ooh, that is very solid. That is very solid. That is a good rum and Coke. Certainly no complaints on my behalf, I will acknowledge. Certainly no complaints on my behalf. Very fine beverage, if I do say so myself. Certainly, certainly. What area of America am I in? I'm in the southeast United States. Or I'm just in the southeast, I do suppose is really the right way of putting it. Sold so many Cokes today. Hell yeah, brother. Coca-Cola, it's a top-selling beverage, I'm not gonna lie. When I was working at a gas station a couple years ago, I sold a little bit of Coca-Cola, but mainly I actually sold alcohol. I sold a lot of 40s. Everybody walking into the gas station would either buy like a 40 or like a tall boy can of alcohol. I didn't actually really sell that many sodas, but out of all the sodas I sold, a lot of it was Coca-Cola, I'll acknowledge. We having a rum and Coke? Yes, sir, yes, sir. Saw somebody asking if I had lime juice with me today. I don't got no lime juice in my rum and Coke, I will acknowledge. It's just rum and Coke. I'm all out of lime juice right now, but need to pick some more up, that is for sure. Need to pick some more up. Is it allowed to smoke some cigarettes on stream? Technically, yes, it is allowed. I won't get banned for doing that by any means, but I'm not going to be doing that today, just simply due to the fact that I'm inside right now, and I don't smoke cigarettes inside where I live. So I'm not going to be doing that today. However, there are many smoking videos up on my channel if you would like to check them out, of course. Although I'm sure you already know that, based off of your question. But if I was outside streaming, I would absolutely be smoking. But just due to the fact that I'm inside, I'm not going to be smoking today. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just looking at chat. Just looking at chat for a couple minutes. Making gluten-free pasta. Hell yeah, brother. Gluten-free Alfredo? Or just gluten-free pasta. Or gluten-free pasta with marinara sauce. What kind of gluten-free pasta? I gotta know the details, my man. I gotta know the details. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Been into soju lately, taking a break from liquor. I've heard good things about soju. I need to try it. I haven't done that yet. I definitely need to find some soju that I can drink and am willing to drink, and I need to try it. There's soju that's made with some stuff I can't consume, I'll acknowledge. So I need to be careful when drinking soju, but there are also sojus made with stuff that I can consume. So I just need to find a soju that's like made with 100% rice, and I'll have to try that in a future video and let y'all know what I think of it. I will acknowledge. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. A roundabout? Did y'all know the world's first underwater roundabout is in like what is it? It's in like I think like Svalbard or something like that kind of thing. I heard about that recently. I was like, underwater roundabout in a tunnel. I was like, yo, that's pretty interesting. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, it's like underwater roundabout. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Can't remember exactly where it was. Where was it, to be precise? I'm gonna open up Google Maps real quick. Google Maps. There we go. Because I know where it is on Google Maps. I just don't know exactly what it's called. Where? What is it called? It's Faroe Islands? Not Svalbard. World's first underwater roundabout. The Faroe Islands. Okay, so not Svalbard. The Faroe Islands. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Super sick. Super sick. No complaints on my behalf. That is for sure, I will acknowledge. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Why don't I drink vodka? Always see you drinking rum and coke. Personal preference, I'm not really one for vodka. I do enjoy my vodka sprites, I will acknowledge, but for me, rum and coke is just really what I enjoy. It's more to my personal preference, and I don't mind drinking rum straight depending on the rum, but when it comes to drinking vodka straight, I pretty much no matter what hate doing it, and I just tend to prefer rum overall, so it just tends to be what I go for, in all honesty. But I do have a couple bottles of vodka I need to open up and do reviews of. So once I open up those bottles, there will be some more vodka sprites getting drank on stream. That is for sure. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Saw a turtle in the distance today. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Man, finding that turtle on today's video posted on the main channel, that was so cool to me. I loved seeing that turtle. I'm not going to lie. I was just kind of like, wait, hold up. There's a turtle trying to cross the road, and they're totally going to get hit right now. I need to move them and, like, get them back in the woods and stuff like that. And I'm really glad the turtle, like, when I moved him, because, like, one of the things with box turtles is that, like, you don't want to move them, like, too far from where you pick them up from, because otherwise they don't know where they are, and they get lost, and it's not very good. So one of my things was, okay, I don't want to like move him too far. I just want to get him like back on the grass, but I also don't want him to get back in the road kind of thing. I want him to go back into the forest, and I'm really glad he did go back into the forest eventually. That was very good if I do say so myself. But yeah, that turtle absolutely goated. So glad to have seen it. It was super cool, I'm not going to lie. Bro, that was fire. I was not expecting a turtle encounter while watching it. Hey, yes, sir. Glad to hear you appreciated the turtle feature, you know what I'm saying? So thrilling. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. I like turtles. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Turtles beast. Turtles gas. Love them, you know what I'm saying? Love them. Content to get inebriated to has been underrated for decades. Believe it or not, it's the entire FaZe clan blue. Wait, what? I have no idea what you mean, Matthew. But yes, content to get more jumbled up already. Maybe I'm a bit buzzed. Content to get inebriated to is great. I do like my content to get inebriated to. I will not deny that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, I was gonna fall down for a minute. Gin versus vodka? Vodka only because I've never actually tried gin before. I need to try gin. Haven't done that yet, but I'm looking forward to doing so, I will acknowledge. What face cam am I using? I'm using a Logitech, like webcam. It's like HD 1080p. It's like I think a $70 webcam or something like that. I have two of them. The first one was bought for new, for MSRP, and then the second one I got for $5 at the thrift shop. It's the exact same webcam, and I have two of them. One of them I bought for $5. One of them cost like 20 times that amount. Or, actually, well, 14 times that amount to be precise. But yeah, it's some Logitech webcam. I don't know the exact, like, name of it, I will admit, but it's a Logitech webcam, and it works for what I need, I will acknowledge. For 70 bucks, that's damn good. That's my opinion as well. That's my opinion as well, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, never tried gin before, believe it or not. Never have. I need to try it. I need to definitely try gin and see how it is. I especially really want to try James Gin. I'm a really big fan of Top Gear and the Grand Tour. Grew up watching like the clips from Top Gear when I was younger. As I got older, I eventually actually started watching the show itself, and I was hooked from the moment I watched like the first couple videos on YouTube with the trio. And James May now has his own gin brand called James Gin, and I really, really, really wanted to give it a go. I want to try a different gin first, so I have like an idea of what gin is like before trying his, but I definitely need to try some James Gin, that is for sure. Without a doubt, without a doubt. Gin and Sprite is the goat if you don't like tonic. It's all you drink. I will keep that in mind. I will keep that in mind. I will have to try a gin and Sprite once I try some gin. Appreciate the recommendation, my man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, thank you so much for the donation, Mr. Chris from HR. Hope you're enjoying the live stream. Hope you're having a great day. Appreciate the donation once again, Mr. Chris from HR. You're just saying, hey, if Recorderling cider was too sweet, you might want to try. Yep, I'm not saying that I read the rest of the message before I said that. So you didn't get me, Mr. Chris from HR, but I do think that would be a pretty good, like, alcohol brand name. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say that out loud. You tried to get me, but you would have probably gotten me if you hadn't, had the joke, the rest of the joke in the donation. You could have gotten me. Plus, I just know to be careful about your donos, because you've done that before. I just know to be careful. Thank you so much for the dono once again, Mr. Chris from HR. Definitely need to try some more ciders in the future, I will acknowledge. But the Recorderling cider, however it's pronounced, definitely a very solid cider, but a little bit too sweet, that is for sure. Well, what are y'all thinking? What are y'all thinking? Should we go and hop into BeamNG? I'm thinking we probably should. Go and check out the new update. In BeamNG 0.35, there were some minor updates and tweaks to a couple different maps, some new UI elements, some updates to rally mode in BeamNG, and, most importantly, an entire remaster of the Hirochi Sunburst, which is the BeamNG version of the Subaru Impreza/WRX. They completely remastered the entire car. But that's not all. There's also now a wagon variant available, and you can get the wagon variant in a drift livery with an anime girl on the side. Yeah, I'm very excited to. I am very excited to mess around with the new Hirochi Sunburst. I'm not gonna lie. There's now an Itasha car. I think there might have already been, but now there's a new Itasha car in BeamNG Drive. This cannot be understated. A new Itasha car with an anime girl on the side in BeamNG Drive. Based. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No complaints on my behalf. Well, without further ado, y'all, let's go ahead and switch over to my gaming scene I've got set up. Let's go ahead and get my headphones on and,
Noticed that the car wash had too much pressure and bent your door and ripped off its molding?
Hey, thank you so much for the donation. Daniel Remains, I do appreciate it. Thank you so much for the dono, my man. You're asking if I noticed that the car wash I went to had so much pressure that it bent my door and ripped off its molding. Pretty wild, in all honesty. You know, I thought that the door had gotten bent from the, not previous owner, but the owner before him, backing it into his garage. I thought that was how it bent back, but no, actually, it was the car wash. The pressure from the washer, from the hose. It was so high it just bent the door. I don't know how that happens. And I mean, like, this is thick German steel we're talking about. This ain't no new car stuff with thin steel or thin alloys or thin aluminum or anything like that kind of thing. I don't know how it bent back the entire door. Wild though, but knocked off my molding, knocked off a bunch of other stuff. I don't know how it didn't knock off my mirror, I'm not gonna lie, but nah, pretty wild stuff. That happened in mid-video, you know, my door getting bent mid-video. That was pretty crazy, that is for sure. That was pretty crazy, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Thank you so much for the dono. Once again, Daniel Remains. Appreciate the dono, my man. Hope you're enjoying live stream. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you're having an amazing one as a whole. And appreciate the support, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate the support. Appreciate the $10 once again. Mr. Daniel Remains. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate the dono as well. Mr. Avery, you're just asking, what's a cigarette I've never had before but want to try? A cigarette I've never had before but one that I want to try. I'm going to go with... never had before but want to try. Aruma cigarettes from Japan. I'm going to choose those. I'm going to choose Aruma cigarettes from Japan. There's some other options that I'm going to mention as well, but I'd have to say the cigarette that I want to try the most, that I haven't tried yet, Aruma cigarettes from Japan. Look them up. It's spelled U-R-U-M-A, I think. I can't remember exactly how it's spelled. But it's a historic regional cigarette made by Japan Tobacco, and it is unique to the province of Okinawa in Japan. And Okinawa is not mainland Japan. It is an island that is closer to a funny little disputed island that China really likes than it is to Japan, in all honesty. It's closer to that island than to the mainland of Japan. But yeah, probably Aruma cigarettes. I'm not going to lie. Probably those. Look up the packaging, though. The packaging on those is fantastic. I love the packaging for Aruma cigarettes. It's got a seahorse on the front. The packaging looks gorgeous, I'm not going to lie. And I'd have to say those are probably the cigarettes that I've never had before, but that I want to try the most. Other cigarettes other than that, George Crayley & Sons. I really want to try like the George Crayley & Sons Excellence, along with a bunch of other, along with a bunch of their other products as well. Bella Morcanol, Papriosa cigarettes from Russia are another variety that I really want to try. Those are very interesting, very strong cigarettes. But yeah, I'd have to say Aruma cigarettes from Japan, #1. Then probably George Crayley & Sons, both the Excellence and just the normal varieties.
Terry's Takes donated $25. Hennessy and cigarettes when?
Hey, appreciate the dono, my man. Appreciate the dono. I'm going to cover your dono in just a minute. Appreciate the support, my man. But probably Aruma #1, then George Crayley & Sons, then Bella Morcanols from Russia. And that's going to be my lineup. Appreciate the dono once again, Avery. And thank you so much as well for the dono, both Zach and Terrier Steaks. Zach, you're just saying, yo, man, I love the vids and enjoy the streams when I can catch them. Really looking forward to the Goblin collab. Hey, glad to hear you're excited, my man. I'll have some videos with the collab. I'll have some videos on my side with Goblin as well, and of course I'm going to be on the Gobcast, so look forward to the episode of the Gobcast that I am on coming up in the future, and my videos with Goblin will be coming up over the next couple days or so after that. I got a little bit too drunk during the Gobcast, I'm not going to lie, but ain't no biggie, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no biggie, not one bit. Better to be a little bit too drunk than too little, right? That's what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Thank you so much for the dono once again, Zach. I do appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying live stream. Hope you're having a great day, and glad to hear you enjoy the videos and enjoy the streams. Appreciate the dono as well, Mr. Terrier Steaks. Appreciate the $25. Thank you so much for the $25, Terrier Steaks. I do appreciate it. Hennessy and cigarettes when? Ooh, very good question, my man. Very good question. I definitely do need to try some Henny. I'm not going to lie. I have never tried Hennessy before, but I'll be making a video on it eventually in the future. Not going to say exactly when, because I'm not sure myself yet. But whenever I try Hennessy for the first time, y'all know I'm going to have to be enjoying a cigarette with it. So whenever I try Hennessy for the first time, I'm also going to be enjoying just some cigarettes and Hennessy at the same time in general. Thank you so much for the dono once again, Terrier Steaks. Hope you're enjoying the live stream. Hope you're having a great day. Appreciate the dono, my man. And look forward to the Hennessy video coming up eventually. I'm not going to say when it's going to be coming out because I don't know myself. Could be in the next couple months. Could be in the next year. I have no idea, frankly put. But hope you're looking forward to that video whenever it comes out. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. But I do think without further ado, it is time for me to go ahead and select the newest vehicle that has been refreshed in BeamNG Drive, which would be the Hirochi Sunburst. If I can find it. There it is. Here's the Hirochi Sunburst. And we can see wagon variant right there. Yes, sir. Love to see, you know what I'm saying? Wagon variant looking good, if you ask me. We can see it definitely looks a lot more like an Impreza from the, I'd have to say, mid to late 2000s. Now, beforehand, it was definitely inspired by the Impreza, but now it just really looks like an Impreza, I'm not going to lie. Let's take a look at all the configurations just real quick. So we have the base front-wheel drive wagon. We have the, and this manual CVT, and then we have the base wagon front-wheel drive with the 2.0, 1.6. All right, very cool, very cool. So the 1.6 has a turbo with a hood scoop. Very cool. Police package, comfort all-wheel drive. Very, very, very nice. Some German police variants right there. Street drift. I'm going to have to check that one out. That one looks like it's going to be really good. Just taking a look at the other ones. Off-road, going to have to try that. RS Aero, going to have to try that. Pro drift, going to have to try that. Track day, absolutely going to have to try that. Rally variants. Ooh, gravel rally, time attack, love it. Police interceptor, very cool. And I'd have to say, the one I'm most excited for, the Itasha version. We're going to go ahead and try this one first. Oh, man. Yo! Yo! Look at it, y'all! We have an Itasha. We have an Itasha WRX in BeamNG Drive. Let's go! Hell yeah, brother! Is lowered as well. Looking good. Look at that. Oh, man. Yo. We got an anime girl in BeamNG Drive. Let's go. Hell yeah, brother. No complaints on my behalf. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yo, how's it going, Sanzai? I hope you're doing well, my man. Hennessy's like Marlboro. Good, but just good. I'll keep that in mind. I've never tried it before, so I can't say anything, of course, but I appreciate the information, my man. And hey, thank you so much for the dono as well. Igor, thank you so much for the dono, my man. Hope you're enjoying the live stream. Hope you're having a great day. You just said thank you, Ryan Gosling. Well, thank you for the dono. I do appreciate it. Appreciate the kind words. Appreciate the support, Igor. Hope you're enjoying the live stream. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But hell yeah, brother. Goated car. Nah, for real, bruh. We got Itasha. Itasha. Yo! Yo! She's on the front. Oh my god, yo! Oh, yo, it looks so good. How do I go into free cam? I'm trying to remember how. Oh, I don't remember how to get into free cam. That's not how I get into free cam. But look at that! Look at that, yo! Anime girl on the front, on both sides. Man, it goes so hard. The Itasha livery, I love it, bruh. I love it, let me tell y'all what. No complaints on my behalf. Let's go ahead and get to trying out the new Hirochi Sunburst, though. Let's see how it sounds. This one's quick. Oh, this one's fast. Sounds really good, though. Let me know if the audio is too loud or too quiet. I can turn it up or down. Just let me know. We zooming, though. We going 130 miles an hour. Oh, man. Yo, it sounds so good. It sounded so good, yo. It's a little bit messed up now. Look at that. We got the anime girl on the front. Yes, sir. I'm so hyped about there being an Itasha variant of the Sunburst now. I'm going to have to play. I'm gonna have to make a custom Sunburst, like a beater one, with this livery on it. It's going to be so good. Hell yeah, brother. So sick. Sounds good. Sounds fantastic. Man, that exhaust just sounds so good. Oh, man, yo, look at that. Look at that. Got some rollers going. Looks good. I don't know how I haven't crashed yet. Oh, up there. Hit and run. We're gone, baby. We're gone. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. When I get a new door for my car, does it need to be the same color, or will any color do? Any color will do. Like, the same color would be, I feel like, ideal, of course. But, I mean, like, honestly, I will take any color I can get, because white W123s, while they're not uncommon, they're also the not most common either. So if I can find a white door, I'll be very happy. But if I can't, and I just find a normal door that's just rust-free and is in good condition, I'll be very happy with that as well. But yeah. Paint my car black, slam it on airbags, some fat wheels. Nah, I'm not going to be doing that. Oh, excuse me, I'm not going to be doing that. I'm going to be leaving it stock. I wouldn't mind getting another W123 and, like, having the stock color on it and putting some, 24s on it, maybe 22s, 24s on it. Do it, like, high riser style, with a little slant, little toot. I think that would be super sick, I'm not going to lie. Yo, it's got NOS as well. NOS engage, baby. NOS engage. Let's go. Swerving through traffic, over torque risk, don't care. This thing is stable at high speeds, 150 miles an hour. Let's go, let's go. Fly off the ramp, bet. That was actually clean. That was survivable. I think that's survivable. What do y'all think? Oh yeah, I'm gonna say that was survivable. Yeah. No, I'm gonna have to say that was survivable, right? W123 perfect as is though. Any old Merc really? I fully agree. I fully agree. While I do think some cars definitely tend to look really good when, like, blacked out, when murdered out with some nice big rims on and lowered on airbags and stuff like that. And I think W123s and old Mercedes do as well. It's just not my personal style that I want to do with the W123. But if I did get another W123, another sedan, I would definitely want to modify that one. And I'd want to, like, get some, like, 22s to 24-inch rims. And I'd want to put those on... lift up the entire car like a couple inches, put a little slant on it and stuff like that, put some nice subs in the back, get it high riser style, you know what I'm saying? I think that would be so gas. I think that would be so gas, I'm not gonna lie. Yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. But let's go ahead and try out another variant of the new Hirochi Sunburst. Let's try out a different variant. Let's try out the 1.6 base front wheel drive. Let's take a look. And this is, like, meant to be just the economy version, I think. So, of course, no anime girl on the side. Which, you know, is what it is. How does it sound? Much more normal sounding engine. Really nothing too special. Interior looks really good. The interior looks... I'm like, look at that! Look at the seat designs, yo. Like that. That looks really good. Gauges look really good as well. Pedals moving. That's sick. That's sick. I like that. Out the side. Ooh, yeah. No, looking good. The interior looks fantastic. I'm not going to lie. Certainly no complaints on my behalf. Hell yeah, brother. I'm going to go in. Put the flashers on. And since we got the flashers on, y'all know what we got to do. Flashers on means it's time to go swerve in traffic, baby. Let's go! This car is so slow, and it drives so much like a CVT. Oh my god. Alright, now we gotta get it sliding. I was like, alright, I'm gonna try, like, doing some Arab drifting. This car does not have the power for it, I'm not gonna lie. This car does not have the power for it. Overall, though, I gotta admit, Yeah, I hate how this car drives. It's a CVT. I've driven a car with a CVT before, in specific a Subaru Forester. It's okay. I wouldn't want to buy a car with a CVT myself, personally, but I'll drive it if it's what I need to drive, kind of thing. I'm not really the biggest fan of how this car drives either. Oh, God, do y'all see that? Y'all see that shit? Bro just tried to hit me. We all good? Oh yeah, nah, it's all good. No worries, no worries. Just gonna keep going. I think I broke the transmission somewhat. Pull over and run. We're gonna pull over and run, y'all. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, let's try out another one. Had a W1231 dark blue 300D wagon. Hell yeah, brother. Completely stock except for 18-inch wheels and cut springs, almost rust-free. Hell yeah, brother. The wagons are getting up there in price now. They're getting fucking expensive. I've got a family member that has one of the wagons. It's yellow and it's beautiful, completely stock, rust-free, and it is very, very, very nice. I'm not gonna lie, it's super cool. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. I wouldn't mind getting a W123 wagon, I'm not gonna lie. That is for sure. Let's go ahead and try the 1.6 base wagon variant. Interior's looking nice, looking nice. Get pitted, bitch! Yes, sir. But hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, Mr. Dave Shit. Hope you enjoyed your W123 wagon while you owned it. I'm assuming you don't own it anymore because you said had, past tense. But I hope you enjoyed it, my man. 18-inch rims on it. Cut springs. Sounds like a baller ride, I'm not gonna lie. Sounds like a baller ride. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hell yeah, brother. Just gonna keep driving. Ain't no biggie, you know what I'm saying? This car actually is like pretty fucking invincible, actually. It's actually doing really good. Hey, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs, Shalabred. Hope you're enjoying live stream. Hope you're having a great day. Appreciate the 5 gifted subs once again. Just casually taking out a family of 4. Casually just, you know, I gotta do my part for depopulation, you know what I'm saying? I gotta do my part when it comes to depopulation. What can I say, you know what I'm saying? What can I say? But thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. Once again, Shalabred. Hope you're enjoying live stream. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you're having an amazing one as a whole. Appreciate the 5 gifted subs. And hope you're enjoying the live stream. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hope everybody who just got a gifted sub enjoys having a sub, enjoys their ad-free viewing experience for the next month or so. Thank you so much for the support once again. Shalabred. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hell yeah, brother. Oh, shit. It's okay. It's okay. We're all good. We're all good. Appreciate the support once again. Shalabred. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got him. And now we run. Alright, now we're gonna try a different variant, I think. How faded are we getting tonight? Halfway through my first rum and coke. I've got another half a can, plus another Coca-Cola, so I'm planning on having 4 rum and cokes tonight. Do I have any tank mods? I'm sure there are tank mods, but I don't have any. I don't have any mods downloaded right now, I will acknowledge. But I'm sure there are some tank mods out there, without doubt. Let's go ahead and... struggling to find the Hirochi Sunburst again. I keep struggling with finding it. Let's try the... Ooh, what do we want to try? What do we want to try? We want to try one of the all-wheel drive ones? Oh, let's try the Street Drift. Let's try this one. Ooh. Looking good, looking good. Stripped rear interior, but still has the passenger seat. Alright, alright. Looks good. Manual, of course. Looking good, looking good. Rear-wheel drive. Oh, and it's pretty drifty, I won't lie. It's pretty drifty. Yes, sir. Hell yeah, brother. Is that a goddamn German tank on the roads? Ooh, could be, could be. One other thing to mention that they added to BeamNG is they added a camera that changes FOV as your speed increases. So the FOV goes further back and higher as your speed increases. I'm getting used to it. It's definitely different than how it was previously. That was close. That was close. Almost binned it there. That wouldn't have been good. Let me tell y'all what. That wouldn't have been good at all. I want to try drifting it though. I want to try drifting it. 101 mile an hour. Let's go. Let's go. Ho! Not my fault. Yes, sir. Pro Drift is good as well, though you prefer the limited slip instead of the welded. Is this one welded? I'm not sure. This is my first time playing 0.35, I will acknowledge, so I'm not too up on the specifics of what's going on with the cars right now, but I'm enjoying how this one is handling so far, I will acknowledge. Pretty sure? Okay, good to know, good to know. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Let's go. Opposite way. Big baller moves, you know what I'm saying? Big baller moves. Go into drive into oncoming traffic. You know, grandmas, they know what's up. They be driving into oncoming traffic all the time. They just know what's up, you know what I'm saying? They know what's up. Turns out I'm not very good at Arab drifting. I definitely need to practice Arab drifting so I can do it in real life, I'm not gonna lie. Need to give it a try, need to give it a try. It's something I want to give a go to without a doubt. Yes, sir, yes, sir. They used to sell George Corellias in the United States before 2006. Really? I didn't realize that. Good to know. Appreciate the information. The turbo on this sounds really good as well. I think that's slightly fucked. Let's give another variant a go. Let's give another variant a go. I am really liking this, though. I'm really liking the new Hirochi Sunburst, I'm not gonna lie. I really like the Street Drift. The Street Drift is really fun. Let's try the... Ooh, what are we thinking? What are we thinking? I kind of want to try the off-road version. So let's try that. Minor body damage. I agree. Ooh, looks good. Ooh, fast. Pretty quick. Over torque risk, I'm just flooring it right now. Let's give it a little bit of an off-road test. Go over here. Go on the embankment. No, there's just not enough suspension travel, you know? You know, any real off-road car would have been able to handle that. There's just not enough suspension travel, I don't think. No, I'm just kidding, I'm just kidding. Seems like it'll probably do pretty well off-road. I'm not gonna lie. Good shit. Oh, bro. Did y'all see that shit? Did y'all see that shit? Bro. Bro. We gonna go teach this dude a lesson. Yeah, you don't fuck with me, bitch. You don't fuck with me! Get fucked. Let's go, let's go. Don't fuck with the Jones. Damn right, brother. Damn right. How dare they be in my way? Like, what the hell is this wall doing there? I can't believe this. I can't believe this. All-wheel drive, no really. As you guys can tell, I'm a fantastic driver. As you guys can tell. Amazing driver, you know what I'm saying? Amazing driver. Good shit, though. I'm enjoying the off-road variant of this car, I'm not gonna lie. I'm really enjoying it. It's good shit. Yeah, I'm liking it. Oh, we're okay. We are not okay. No. You know, I'm gonna... Bro, it's like road rage time. Yeah, I'm gonna have to say that, that didn't work out. You would let Jacob drive your grandma to church? You would let me drive your grandma to church? Well, bet I'll drive your grandma to church. I'm always looking for some new jilfs, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, no, I'll drive your grandma to church any day. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Just don't ask about what happens to and from church. 150 miles an hour, though. Crashing into a public park at 5 p.m. Yo, this thing rolling is so good. Yo, this thing rolls really well. It just keeps going. Oh my god. Holy crap. Yes, sir. Shit. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. But crashing into a public park at 5 p.m. sounds like a fun time to me. I'm not gonna lie. Sounds like a fun time to me. Deleted account. Yeah, I saw your email. Yeah, didn't realize that they had stopped importing Golden Deer and Pioneer cigarettes. I didn't know what the names of those were, but that's the name of them. Last time I looked, it said they were still for sale in Arizona, but maybe Arizona just never updated their website. Not exactly sure, but very interesting. Very interesting to know that they don't sell those here anymore. And also very interesting to learn that those were actually not made in the United States, that they were, and I just dropped my controller. Very interesting to learn that those were actually Chinese-made cigarettes as well. This is the street-tuned variant of the new Hirochi Sunburst. Ooh! Yo! That blow-off valve is fire! Oh, yo. It stops so straight. Look at that. ABS, fantastic. Oh, that... Oh, man. Oh, yo. Yo, that blow-off valve? Yo. It's so good. Such a satisfying noise, I'm not gonna lie. Yes, sir. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. This is sick. And it handles really well as well. This handles so well, like it is stuck to the road. It's okay, though. No biggie. Had the discussion yesterday, but had to look into it. California has some really good records in terms of cigarettes. Yes. I haven't done too much research on their side, but they do have like a depository and stuff like that kind of thing, which is really good. But appreciate the information, Mr. Deleted Account. Appreciate the information. And, interesting to learn that the Golden Deer and Pioneer cigarettes are no longer sold here. It's a shame that they no longer are. But if I can find a pack that is unopened from when they were still sold here, I will certainly have to try those, let me tell y'all what. Although I imagine they're probably pretty uncommon cigarettes even when they were sold here. But appreciate the information, Mr. Deleted Account. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. And thank you so much as well for the gifted sub, Shalabread, Tro Welfare Mom. Hope you enjoy the gifted sub, my man. Appreciate the gifted sub once again. Shalabread. Appreciate the support, my man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. I like the street-tuned variant of the Hirochi Sunburst. It's good. Let's try the RS Aero Wagon. Let's try this one. Pioneers were created in 1919. Pretty historic, not gonna lie. Really? Damn. I never did any research on the brand, so I've got no idea, but I might have to look into them now, low-key. Looks good. Oh, this interior looks really good. Look at that stitching. Oh, look at that stitching, y'all. That looks really good. And this thing is fast as fuck, too. Got a sequential manual transmission, I think it is? A sequential? No, maybe not. Not exactly sure. Wait, what is this? Diff lock? Oh. Huh. Center diff lock manual. So if it's off... I don't know exactly what that does, in all honesty. I'm not exactly sure. Like, center diff lock on, like, trucks and stuff are really good for off-roading, but this is a sports-style car. Huh. Comfort, sport, bet. What do I think of Seneca cigarettes? I enjoy them. I enjoy Senecas, I'm not going to lie. Seneca cigarettes pretty solid, personally. Or at least that's what I personally think. I enjoy them, I'll acknowledge. I think they're really quality cigarettes for the price, I'm not going to lie. Seneca cigarettes got to be one of my favorite budget cigarettes in the United States. Do I enjoy a cigarette after a long day or early morning more? I enjoy both. It's different vibes. But I'd probably say after a long day, as long as it's nice out. As long as it's a nice day out and it's not like super hot, then I'm going to say that. And oh man, I'm needing to pour myself another drink in a minute. But I think I want to check out... I'm just going through, like, not the entire list of the new Sunburst, but I'm just kind of messing around with it, just seeing which versions I enjoy using. And I think before we do some, like, stages and stuff like that, I think I might try designing my own new variant of the Sunburst myself. Let's try the Gravel Rally. Let's try the Gravel Rally. On a real note, how many rum and cokes is too many rum and cokes? I've had like 8 during a stream before. That was too many. That was too many, I'll acknowledge. 4 to 6 is about the perfect amount. Yo, this thing is quick. But I bet it doesn't have a super high top speed, but its acceleration is fast. Of course, it's a rally car. That's to be expected. Yo, it is moving, though. Oh, yeah, and there it is. Tops out at 120. Roundabout. Clean, clean, clean. Yeah, it just tops out. It tops out. Its gear ratios are pretty short. Rally car, no surprise. But good shit. Hell yeah, brother. I think for the car I'm going to be designing on the new Hirochi Sunburst, I think what I'm going to do... Oh, that could have been so clean. I almost recovered that. I was locked the fuck in for a minute. That's a lot of liquid. It is. 1.3 is your sweet spot. Hey, respect, you know what I'm saying? Respect. You installed automation? Yeah, I actually don't. Is automation free? I don't know. I've never used it before, though. I will acknowledge. But maybe I should try it in the future. I'm not going to lie. Damn, took long enough for the car to start back up. Just fucking barely clipped it. Oh my god. Shit. It's free. Okay. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Mod for BeamNG where you can build your own cars. I didn't think it was a... I didn't think Beam Automation was mod. I thought it was his own thing. I'm gonna look it up real quick. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not exactly sure. I'll have to look it up. I'll have to look it up. I'll have to look it up and do some research on it. And maybe I'll have to do an automation stream eventually. I didn't think it was a mod. Thought it was its own game, but I could be wrong. I don't know a lot about it. I just didn't think it was a mod. I just thought it was its own thing. But I will have to take a look and possibly check it out in the future. I'm not going to lie. Appreciate the suggestion, my man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's take a look, though. Let's take a look. Let's see. I think I'm going to do one more version. And then I think we're going to try making my own new version of this with the Atasha livery, of course. Gotta do it, you know what I'm saying? Gotta do it, of course. I think I'm going to try the track attack. I'm going to try the track attack. Damn! Damn! This thing zooms! Holy shit, we're going 120 miles an hour already! Jesus Christ! And maxes out at 140 roundabout. 135, 140. This thing's quick, though. Not a crash. Not a crash. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Made so many broken cars in that game. 300 horsepower mini airplane V16. Oh, 3,000 horsepower. Holy shit. Rest in peace, that family of 4. Get fucked. I was like, let me see if I can jump that. I could not jump that. This car is too low for that. Oh, the exhaust is slightly bent. Alright, though, y'all. I think it's time. I think I'm going to try designing my own car. I think it's time for me to do that. So let's... how do I do that? We're going to go... Track builder? No. Garage. Yes. Let's go to the garage. Yes, sir. But before I go ahead and start making my own car, before I start making my own version of the Hirochi Sunburst, I am going to pour myself another drink, I do think. Because, you know, I could always go for another drink. There we go. Just another little bit of drink, you know what I'm saying? Another little bit of drink. No complaints on my behalf. Make a donk. Yo, true. True. I have made a donk van before. But I haven't done a donk sunburst. And I think a donk sunburst would actually be hard. I think it would actually... Actually, that's a fantastic idea. That's a great... Actually, yes, that's exactly what I should do. I will do... Because I was thinking I wanted to use the Atasha livery. So I wanted to use the Atasha livery, and I wanted to make sure that was what I was using. So I think I'm going to start with a base, and I want it to be the wagon too. So I'm going to start with a base of... I think... I'm going to go for a base of... Street Drift? No. I'm going to start with a base of the Atasha wagon. And we're going to go from here, just so I can say leave the same livery on it. But yes, I like that idea. I'm going to make a high riser out of this car. Let's go. Hell yeah, brother. Appreciate the idea. I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. So first off, we got to go ahead and mess with the suspension a little bit. So I think we're going to want to go to parts and Atasha livery, wagon unibody, navigation unit. Let's put one in because, you know, if you got a high riser, if you got a donk, you're rich. And, you can afford the navigation unit. Sport RS front bumper. We're going to leave all that the same. Front bumper support. We're going to leave all that the same. This is all going to be the same. This is meant to be a drivable vehicle. Driving and safety electronics. We want all of that. Drive modes. Yep, we're going to want that. Stability control. All good. Yep, we're going to want all of that. Engine. I think we want that. Yeah, I think we're going to stick with that. We want suspension. That's what we really want to focus on. Scooped hood, all good. No problem at all. Interior, works for me. Roof accessory, I don't think we need one. Empty. Yeah, I think we're all good. Let's take a look. Roll cage, yeah, let's take a roll cage in there. Let's take the race roll cage in there. And we can just do a partition. Oh, that's... Oh, for like the police variant. Oh, that's actually sick. I think we're just going to do the race roll cage, though. So we're going to do the roll cage in there. Because, you know, donk's got to have some structural stability to it, I'm thinking. But we want the front suspension. All right. So here we go. Independent front suspension. We want the lifted front struts. That's what we want. And here we go. It's now donked. And then we want to do the same on the back in just a minute. Lifted front struts, race front sway bar. We're just going to want to go for the normal sway bar. And under tray, we're going to want, we don't need a, we want a skid plate? Yeah, we'll go for a skid plate. Why not? Front spindles, yeah, probably needed. And we are going to go ahead and switch to the biggest ones possible. Here we go. Oh, that's, that eats right into the fender. I don't think that's going to work, actually. That's too big. We're going to try the 24s. I think that's hard to tell with the lighting. The lighting is a little bit... can I get some lights in here? Can I get some lights in here? Lights mid. That's a little bit better. I think these are still slightly too big. I'm going to need to tone it down just a little bit. Sadly, that's... I think those are okay. I think the ones we just had on are okay. Let's go for the gold. And then they stick out quite a bit. I think what I need to do is I'm going to need to chassis stiffening. We're going to want that. Center skid plate, yeah. And we want to mess with this. Front brakes, we don't want to mess with that. Steering. Power steering, yes, we want power steering. This is a donk. We need power steering. Absolutely, without a doubt. Lifted front struts. There's just not a lot of space for a wheel this thick. It doesn't work very well. Looks sick, dude. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's not fitting very well, though. It's kind of eating to the fender too much, which is not great. I'm thinking we might try a different rim. I don't think we're going to be able to, like, fully donk it or fully high-rise it, but we're going to try. We're going to try these. How do these look? Okay, these are 22s, and these actually fit in the fenders. We're going to go with that, and we're going to do the rear suspension, too. And so these are 22s. They still poke out a little bit. I think what we're going to do is we're probably going to put wide-body fenders on it, because I don't believe this has that. Hope that doesn't affect the livery. We will find out, though. If I can't use them, I can't use them. Let's go rear suspension. We're going to do rear skid plate. Yeah, let's go for the skid plate. Why not, right? And we're going to do lifted rear struts. And there we go. And we are now going to go ahead and put some nice rims on it as well. Maybe we want it a little bit tooted. Maybe we'll do rally rear. Ooh, yeah, maybe that. Ooh, I don't know. Or if they fit, we might do that. I don't know if the rims are going to fit like that. But we're going to go for the 22 by 9.5, I think. 20 by 11? 20 by 9. I think the 9.5. We need like a 22 by 8. That's what we need. We need like 22 by 8 rims. 19 by 8. Those fit so, those actually look so good on it, but that's not the look we're going for. Oh, I think this is perfect. Oh yeah, that is exactly what is needed. Yeah, I think we're going to go for the 22s and try to put the wide body fenders on it. I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going to go for 22. We're going to go for the UTR Voltaire Silvers on the back as well. And, yeah, that rally suspension is not going to work. It's catching on the rear arch. Let's go ahead and put the lifted rear struts back in. And that is much better now. We're going to go with that. And, oh, wait, I just messed that up. I accidentally clicked over to another scene in my OBS by accident. And that is looking really good. Oh, man, look at the anime girl, though. Bro, we need, like, BeamNG to come out with a backstory for this anime girl. I need to know who is this anime girl? I need to know, yo. I need to know. Hell yeah, brother. I need a whole, like, anime backstory of her. Like, BeamNG, come out with an entire anime about the anime girl on this car. Do it, yo. That'd be so good. But what we're going to do, I think, now is we are going to try to look at the quarter panels. Here we go. So quarter panels, mud flap, don't need them. We want cut quarter panels. So there's a cut. Ah, here we go. Okay, fender flare. Yes. Race. Well, it actually still doesn't quite fit. Custom. Actually still doesn't quite fit. Wow. Oh, no, wait. No, I'm looking at the wrong one. Okay, there we go. So that fits a little bit better. Let's try the race one. All right, that almost fits. I'm going to go with that. The fender flares make this look so much better. Let's go with that. So let's go with the race rear. And we're going to go with the race front as well. Quarter panels on the back. And so we're going to do quarter panels on the front as well and wide body it. And have it lifted on these rims. And that's going to be the build. And I think we're going to mess a little bit with the engine as well. It's looking sick, though. I'm liking how this is looking. I do want to kind of tune it in the back a little bit. And I want to lift up the front a little bit. We're going to try to tune it and see if we can mess with that. Don't know if we can, though. But either way, it looks great. And I'm liking it quite a bit. Let's... I'm going to get... I'm going to keep the nitrous oxide, actually. We're going to... Where's the... So, quarter panels, but we want the... Oh, wait, did I already do that? No, wait. So, I want the front quarter panels now. Hood. Interior. That's not going to be it. Right. Here we go. All right, there we go. So, we want the cut right fender. And we want the custom. And that just about fits. That's good enough for me. Let me just put it that way. That is good enough for me. And we're going to do the same on the left. We're going to do the same on the left. So we're going to go for cut. And we are going to do custom. Just like that. And the livery still works with all of this too. That's fantastic. I love that. The livery still works with everything. Oh, man. It's looking fire. It's looking fire. It's looking good. All right, we are now... I think I want to try to make it rear-wheel drive only. Ooh, actually, no. I actually don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to leave it as... I think it is all-wheel drive. I'm not sure. But we're going to go with that. I'm just going to close that, open it back up, just so everything's closed. And... antenna? HF antenna? Nah, it's okay. We are now going to mess a little bit with... I think the... engine, I think. Stock turbocharger. We're going to do, yeah, stock turbocharger. I already like how this thing drives quite a bit. Dual clutch transmission. I like that. We're going to stick with that. Front differential, open front diff. Let's go for the viscous limited slip. What does that mean? 411, 444, 390. Let's do 390 because I've put bigger rims on it. So we're going to need a little bit of a different front diff. I think that's probably going to be best. And then we're going to do, or front diff gear ratio. And then I think we're going to go for limited slip as well. Let's go for the viscous. I don't know what that means, but we're going to go for the viscous. Yeah. All right. And then final drive, all good. All-wheel drive transfer case, that's what we want. We're going to go with that. And then fuel tank. Yep, we want the fuel tank. And let's... hood. Grill emblem, hood scoop. Rally lights. Nah, we don't need any of that. Interior, Sport S interior. Comfort interior, Sport RS interior. No, we're just going to go with that. Dashboard. It's on the dashboard. Navigation unit. Yeah, let's go for the Beam Navigator. Hell yeah, baby. Got that navigation unit in there. I just started clicking buttons on my controller and it did not do what I expected it to do, I will acknowledge. It is what it is. But let's go ahead and... oh, no, not do that. Because I want to make sure that I actually save this. I've put a couple minutes into this, and I do want to make sure I save it. Let's go back down. Dashboard, here we go. Dashboard, Beam Navigator, metric gauges. No. Imperial, baby. We're going to want some imperial gauges. No, wait. What does the US use? Metric or imperial? We use imperial here. Yeah, so we're going to go for imperial because based. And dashboard accessory, police equipment. Nah, it's okay. Automatic pedals. Yep, automatic is fine. Infotainment. We're just going to do a radio. But actually, no. We're going to actually go for the infotainment system because this is a donk and it's got to be high-end. This is meant to be a high riser. Not quite a donk, but a high riser. Shift light. Yeah, we're going to go for a shift light. Paddle steering. Yep, we're going to go for that. Don't need to change the steering wheel. And, okay. Chassis stiffening, center skid plate, strut bar. Yes, yes, yes. Very cool, very cool. All right, all right. Tailgate. Center high mounted stoplight. Now need to make sure it's legal, of course. Underglow. Yes, let's go for underglow. And let's go for, I think I'm just going to go for white. Oh, no, wait, actually. We're going to go for blue because that's just going to match the livery. So, yeah, we're going to go for blue underglow. I don't know how to turn that on, but I kind of want to. And windshield, we're going to go for that. But we are going to get rid of the sun strip. We're going to get rid of the sun strip. I just kind of feel like it takes away from the look of the car. So no more sun strip. And I think that's mostly what we want to do. Let's now go back up to the engine. And stock oil pan, we're going to go for race oil pan. So I can hoon it a bit more. We're going to go for stock engine mounts. We're going to go for heavy-duty engine mounts. We are going to go for stock turbo long block. I think we're going to go for that. I think we're just going to leave that as is. And I think we're going to, yeah, leave that.
Milk Hilton donated $25. Hey. Let's get it, Jacob. Happy Friday. Won a scratch off today, so you get 50% cut of that.
Hey!
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Hey, thank you so much for the $25 donation. Milk Hilton, appreciate the $25 dono, you know what I'm saying? Hope you're enjoying the live stream. Hope you're having a great day. Appreciate the $25, my man. Congratulations on winning a scratch-off. Don't feel like you got to give me 50% of your scratch-off, but I do appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I do appreciate it. I certainly will not complain. That is for sure. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much for the dono. Appreciate the $25 once again. Milk Hilton. And, you know, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it. I'm having a great time building this car out. You know what I'm saying? I'm having a great time. And I hope you enjoyed getting the feel-good chemicals from your brain when you won the scratch-off. I hope that was a fun experience. And I hope you're enjoying the live stream. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much for the dono once again. Milk Hilton, appreciate the dono, my man. And hope you're having a fantastic one as a whole. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Dopamine. That's it. That's it. Yes, sir. Appreciate the support, my man. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Yes, sir. Hey, and oh my goodness. Appreciate the Prime sub as well. Enzo SWS. Thank you so much for the Prime sub, my man. Did not realize it came through, but I have realized now. Thank you so much for the Prime sub as well, my man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate the support, all y'all. Hell yeah, brother. Dopamine and serotonin. Yes, sir. Precisely. Appreciate the 25er once again. Milk Hilton. Yes, sir. Happy Friday to you as well, my man. And hope you enjoyed winning that scratch off. Most I've ever won from a scratch off, I think, was like $5. Which, like, covered how much I had spent on scratch offs. So I really wasn't complaining, but that's the most I've ever won on a scratchy. You know, I got to keep investing in scratch offs, and I got to keep winning till I get up to $50, you know what I'm saying? I got to keep trying until I get my $50 off of scratch-offs after I spend $250 on scratch-offs, and so I'm actually still $200 down, but then I got to keep trying so I get that $50,000 jackpot. Just kidding. Just kidding. That's a joke. Gambling is very fun, but highly addictive. Be careful. That's what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Appreciate the donut once again, Milk Hilton. Yes, sir. And appreciate the Prime sub as well. Enzo SWS. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Let's see, though. I'm losing where the engine is. Where the hell did the engine go? There it is. All right. So, engine, we want the 2-liter F4, the flat 4, which is just like a Subaru engine. Nitrous oxide. Yep, we're going to stick with that. Sport RS turbo, ECU. Yes, I think we're going to stick with that. Race turbo exhaust. Yes, I think we're going to stick with that. And stock turbo long block. I think that's probably good for me. And I think we are going to go with that. Let's go with... trying to change the license plate, but it's not letting me. Oh, well. Well, let's go ahead and save it. Let's go ahead and save it and give it a test. Donk. Itasha. Yes, sir. Go and save that. And let's go ahead. Make sure it works properly. Yes, sir. Working properly. All right. I'm not seeing anywhere where it's catching on fender flares or anything like that. I think we're all good to give this a test. And to give this a try for the first time. So let's go ahead and test it out, y'all. Let's go and test it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's go. Let's go. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Let's get that donk going, you know what I'm saying? Man, I love high rises. I love donks. If I ever win the lottery, I won't tell anybody, but there will be signs. I.e., there will be 50 W123s on my property, and a couple of them will have massive rims and be very modified. But man, yo, look at that. It's looking solid. Oh, I forgot to tune it. Oh, man, I still need to do that. I was going to try to tune the suspension to get a little bit of a slant on the back. Let's do that. I completely forgot. I need to try to tune the suspension a little bit. Is that something I can do? Chassis, fuel volume, nitrous oxide suspension. Here we go. Minimum suspension rear. Here we go. Anti-roll spring brake. Oh, no. Oh, no. Front wheel alignment, camber, toe adjust, wheels, tire pressure, 32 psi. Oh, no. Well, I don't think we can adjust the height. Sadly. Can do some camber, but that's not really what high rises are all about. Let's just do that just for fun, though. Oh, will it not let me adjust it? Maybe not. There we go. Oh, that's a little bit out, yeah. We are not going to save that. Sadly, it appears I cannot test the... Sadly, it appears I cannot... mess with the, like, get some camber on that shiz. It's not really the goal of the build, I'll acknowledge. I might try to do a cambered car later on during the stream, I'm not going to lie. But the goal with that build was to get it like a high riser look. Like a 2000s high riser look, but with the Itasha livery. Like, that was the goal for me, and those builds don't have any camber or anything like that going. So that wasn't something I was going with. That wasn't something I was going for. But I wouldn't mind doing a cambered car in the future, I'm not going to lie. That does sound like fun to me, I'm not going to lie. If you press B, you can activate nitrous. Oh, bet. I didn't realize it was B for nitrous. I will keep that in mind. Appreciate the information, yo. Let's go and try the Donk Itasha. But man, it's looking good, yeah. No, it's not grabbing. The wheels aren't grabbing the fender flares. Good. I think the 24s would have definitely been too big. The 22s fit, though. The 22s fit pretty well. The wheels still a little bit too wide. I would have preferred if I could have gotten them in 8s. Honestly, I think it would look better if these were a little bit thinner if they were in 8s, but it still looks good. It still looks good. Can't complain, you know what I'm saying? The Box Turtle sent you here. Hey, yo! Yo, Mr. Box Turtle from my video today on the main channel. Shout out, yo. Appreciate him sending you here. Team Dope. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's go, you know what I'm saying? But overall, what are y'all thinking about the somewhat donked Itasha? It's not like super donked. I'll acknowledge. It's not super high riser. It could be better, but I am somewhat limited by the parts availability I have for this car. But I do still think it's looking better than not. And I am liking it. I am liking it. That is for sure. It's looking good in my opinion. Ooh, I should have put tint on the windows. I just realized it needs like 5% tint all the way around. I don't even know if they offer tint for this car, but they probably do. But I think it looks pretty solid. I like it. I like it. Yes, sir. Whip Cracks Hard Main. Oh, Hell yeah, brother. Oh, hell yeah? Hell yeah. Ah, hell yeah, brother. That's what I meant to say. Hell yeah, brother. Glad to hear you know what I'm saying. Glad to hear you like it. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Does this game have a 1985 Mercedes-Benz DB12300D Turbo sedan? By any chance? Sadly not. That'd be pretty sick if so, though. But let's go ahead and give this car a try. Turning, does it go through the fender? Okay, to turn, it does hit the fender a little bit. The game does not register that, though, so it's okay. Oh, it's quick. It's quick. What's the top speed on it? Let's go and test it out. Man, look at this thing. Oh, and with... Okay, alright, that's so good. Actually, I'm actually really glad I didn't give it a slant, because when it's accelerating... Oh, man, no! I totaled the Atasha already! I totaled the high riser already! No! But when it's under heavy acceleration, it just leans. It leans so hard, and that looks so good, bro. That looks so good. Yes, sir. Jacob. Oh, you're asking me if y'all are degenerate? Some of y'all are, some of y'all aren't. Depends on the person. Some of y'all be commenting some degenerate shit. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I mean no offense. I'm just being honest here. I was asked, so I'm being honest. Some of y'all don't be commenting that sort of stuff. Some of y'all do be commenting some of that stuff. Not all of y'all, but some of y'all, without a doubt. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, it's looking good. Oh, yes, sir. Yo, and it's... Oh, I've got fucking 3 navigation units. That's how you know you're a big pimp. You got 3 navigation units going? Holy shit. I've got 3 of them. I've got the fucking infotainment. I've got the fucking one on the fucking glass. I've got the one in the dash as well. Or the one right under the fucking steering, or right next to the steering wheel as well. Holy fuck. Oh, man. Ignore that. Nothing happened. Navigation inception? Nah, for real. That's some loose steering. It is very loose steering. Big rims. That was on purpose. Just a light wall tap, of course. But, big rims with, lifted suspension. And a car that isn't really designed to handle them. Yeah, definitely loose suspension, I'm not gonna lie. Or loose steering, without a doubt. But it handles really nicely, actually. It really doesn't handle bad at all. It's definitely, I'd have to say a little bit, just kind of, heavier feeling. And a little bit less agile than the stock version of this car. What the fuck, dude? That was some gas right there. That was so good. Jacob's not drive enough to drunk. I'm not quite drunk enough to drive. He deserved it. He did deserve it. Bro hit me for literally no reason. And this thing can off-road as well. Man, this thing can do some off-road, and let me tell y'all what. Look at that. It's got the suspension clearance for it. Yes, sir. Even lands upright. So I've just got a question for y'all. How long will it take Okay. Actually, I probably shouldn't make this joke out loud because otherwise it's going to become a thing. I'm actually not going to make that joke. We're going to ignore that. I'm not going to make that joke, actually. Oh! She. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Skirts pretty well, though. Skirts very well. Liking it. Liking it. Let's go. Let's go. I think we need to try a race, though. I think we need to try a race or two, I'm not going to lie. And I'm almost done with my first drink, so I think before that, though, I'm going to pour myself another. Another beverage, that is. Wall riding, wall riding, wall riding. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh, yeah, you go. Oh, the wheel just came right off. Oh, shit. That is one thing with cars with big rims. Oh, man, look at that. Oh, yeah, we're just gonna... Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Clean, clean. Let's go with that. How's the donk was gone for a minute? It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm liking it. I'm liking it quite a bit. It's running well. It does flip over just a little bit, but it likes to land upright, which is good. But sounds good in my opinion. Drives very well. Definitely is a bit more weighty and loose to handle than the stock version of this car. Excuse me. But handles very well overall. And I quite like it. It's... I do think it could use some slightly thinner rims. Like, these rims fit it, but they're a bit... They're just sticking out by a bit. Which I know some people don't mind on, like, high risers and stuff. Personally, I like clean fitting rims that fit in really well. And while I do have the extended fenders, I do just want them a little bit thinner. So, like, instead of being like a 9.5 width rim, something like an 8.5 I think would be a bit better for this car. But either way, they do still look good. And I'm pretty satisfied with this overall. The wrap's cool, but you could never drive it around by yourself. Or drive it around yourself. I'm not gonna lie, I actually do want a Natasha. That was my bad, I'll acknowledge. I'm not gonna lie, I do want a Natasha eventually. Now, I don't want to get a Natasha until I have a garage to park it in. I will absolutely not deny that. I want a Natasha, and I have no problem with driving around a Natasha. But I want a garage if I'm going to have a Natasha. Because I'm not street parking a Natasha. That is not happening. Would I straight pipe my Mercedes? I don't know if I'd straight pipe it, but I'd love to do a valved exhaust with one end being straight piped and the other end being clean. That was not so clean. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Typical high riser behavior, you know what I'm saying. Oh, we're slightly stuck. We're all good. While I don't want to, like, commit to doing a permanent straight pipe, I would love to do a valved exhaust or something like that. I think a valved exhaust would be really nice. And I think that's probably what I'd want to go for if I was to do any sort of, like, exhaust modification to my Mercedes. I'd probably go for a valved exhaust, in all honesty. You know, cutting it up in traffic, you know what I'm saying? Gotta be cutting it up. Yes, sir. Cutting it up in traffic, you know what I'm saying? Oh, shh. Ignore that. Oh. Ignore that. What car would I recommend for a new driver? As you said, deleted account, Corolla Camry. Yeah, Corolla Camry I really feel like is I mean, like, it's reliable, it's good on fuel. They're not ugly cars by any means. They look good. They drive well. I personally think that I'm like a 99 Camry. I actually had so much fun driving mine. I'm not gonna lie. Like, people say they're really boring to drive. I really don't think so, honestly. I think 99 Camrys, I don't know about new ones, but the older generations at least are pretty fun to drive. I enjoy driving mine. Although it was fun in not a, like, this is super responsive and it's like a race car way. It was more fun in a I don't care about it way. I'm slightly stuck. But yeah, if I had to recommend any cars for new drivers, I'd say, like, Honda Civic, Toyota Corolla, Honda Accord, Toyota Camry, Toyota RAV4, Toyota Highlander, Honda CR-V. I would say any of those are going to be really good options. I'd have to say probably my top 3. Oh, Lexus RX 350. If you can't afford one, I think that's another good option as well. If you've got the money. But I'd say probably my top 3 picks if you were looking for a budget car for somebody. If you're looking for a first car and you're on a budget, I'd have to say probably number 1 choice is going to be CR-V. Number 1 choice is going to be CR-V. I'll acknowledge. Because CR-Vs are just fucking based. I'm not going to lie. CR-Vs are great vehicles. I genuinely wouldn't mind driving one myself. I really wouldn't. They're super cool. I'd have to probably say, yeah, CR-V, then Corolla, then Camry, then Civic, then Accord. Now, I haven't driven all those cars, I'll acknowledge. But that's just kind of my personal take. That Lexus is a timing belt, though. You'd want something with a timing chain. Well, I mean, like, I'm just talking, like, okay, is it going to be safe for a new driver? Is it going to be good for a new driver? I wasn't really thinking about, like, okay, what's going to be the most reliable car in this scenario? Or the best car for somebody who wants specific things. I was just thinking, okay, new driver who just wants a car that's very safe and that works. Can't go wrong with a Lexus. Can't go wrong with a Lexus RX 350. In all honesty, and that's just kind of my personal take. I'll acknowledge. I think it's a great car for a new driver. Of course, just as with any car, you got to keep on the maintenance. You got to make sure you're doing the maintenance when it's supposed to be done, and whatnot. And some would actually argue, like, timing chain, timing belt. I mean, like, some people would argue timing belt is actually better because it's cheaper to do, right? Timing belt could be considered better because it's cheaper to do, whereas timing chains can sometimes be a little bit expensive. That didn't work. Chain is better. I'm not going to deny that if I had my own personal choice, I'd choose timing chain, but I think there is an argument to be made. Lincoln Town Cars are a great pick. 5.0 V8, rear-wheel drive, swagger's unmatched. I agree with that, but just if it's something you're considering looking at, do keep in mind the gas mileage. I mean, like, you're going to be getting 14, 15, maybe 16 max in the city, with probably 18, 19, 20 on the highway, which is not like horrible gas mileage compared to some cars I've driven. But it is certainly not a Honda Civic by any means, and you will spend a lot of money on gas. And so while the swagger is unmatched, while Lincoln Town Cars are absolutely a base choice, they're actually not cars I would recommend for a new driver. Just due to the MPG being used, just due to the gas. For me personally, if any cars I'm recommending to a new driver, they're going to be cars that are going to get them out on the road as much as possible, to practice as much as possible. If somebody can't afford the gas to drive a V8, then I don't believe they should buy one, because they're not going to be able to drive it as much as they want to. I say this having owned V8s in the past and having not been able to afford gas for the V8s at times. I speak from personal experience. I do think Lincoln Town cars are great cars, but I'm not sure if I would recommend them for, like, somebody's first car. In fact, I actually don't think I would recommend a Lincoln Town car for somebody's first car. And I say this as somebody who had a Crown Vic as my first car. Great, but the gas mileage was really bad. And as a high schooler who was trying to pay for his own gas, I didn't have a lot of money a lot of times. I burned through about $1,500 that I had saved up for like the last... Like, I'd been working the year before I got my Crown Vic that I had for a month. I had been working for, I want to say, a year, and I'd been working for, a little bit over a year at a grocery store chain in my local area, working as a cashier. I had like $1,200 to $1,500 saved up or something like that kind of thing. I was really just not spending any money. I was putting it all into my savings account, and I was like, I'm going to use this money for like car repairs and for gas and stuff like that. And so that's exactly what I used it for when I got the car that I had. Crown Vic didn't work out so well. Somebody decided to smack into me. But after that, I was driving a Lexus, another V8, LS 430, 4.3 liter V8, great car. Great gas mileage on the highway, not so great on city. And that was a lot of what I was doing when it came to driving. I went through all the money I had in my bank account in 14 months, just on gas. Just on gas, went through all the money I had in my bank account in 14 months. Yeah. But, yeah, I'll acknowledge, as much as I love my V8s, and as much as I would love to recommend a V8 to somebody who has no experience with cars before and wants to start driving, I'm just not willing to do it unless they have the money and are willing to spend the money. I am more inclined to say, here's a really economical 4-cylinder instead, so the individual who is now driving can go do all their day trips they want to do and can drive around as much as they want to without breaking the bank. A V8 will certainly break your bank, without a doubt. I don't know. That's just kind of my personal take. Not trying to be controversial or anything like that. I love my V8s. I'm just speaking from personal experience. I don't have any regrets about my first 2 cars that I ever drove being V8s. No regrets at all. It was money well spent, without a doubt. I love driving them. But in retrospect, it was not the greatest idea. It was not the greatest idea because I burned through so much money so fast, and I was burning through money that I really didn't have a lot of. Yes, sir. But, I'm thinking it's time to go ahead. What about V8 parts? Are they expensive? So V8, it depends on the V8 engine. If we're looking at, like, let's say a Panther platform with a 4.6 liter V8 or a Mustang or something like that, another common V8 car, of course, no, not expensive. Now, it depends, though. Spark plugs. If you need to replace the spark plugs, there's 1 per cylinder. A V8 has, of course, 8 cylinders. So on a 4-cylinder engine, you need 4 spark plugs. On a V8, you need 8. So it's not that the parts are more expensive, it's just that sometimes you need more of them. But it depends on the V8. Of course, a Mercedes V8 is going to be more expensive to maintain than a Ford V8. But the same goes for a 4-cylinder. A Mercedes 4-cylinder is going to be more expensive to maintain than a Ford 4-cylinder, something like that kind of thing. Not that I recommend buying a Ford 4-cylinder. I don't. Toyota 4-cylinders and Honda 4-cylinders are great, though. But I wouldn't say that V8 parts are expensive overall. It depends on the engine. It depends on the manufacturer. It depends on what you're buying parts-wise, of course. But sometimes it can be, sometimes you just need to buy more parts. And so sometimes it can be a little bit heavier than one might believe. So are V8 parts really more expensive? Technically speaking, no. Generally, they're not more expensive per se, but sometimes it can cost your wallet more just due to the amount you need, I suppose. I'm not sure if what I said there made any sense. I hope it did. If it didn't, let me know. I can see what I can do about trying to explain it with more reason, I think. Trying to think what mission I want to do. Drag race. Ooh. That's right, they updated the drag strip. I forgot about that. Evade. Drop and dive. Ooh, hypermiling. Time trial. Ooh, yeah, let's do a time trial. Oh, this is new. Street course? Yo, let's do this. Yeah, let's do the street course. Big bet. Let's go for this. Let's do the street course. This is a new one, too. Let's fucking do this. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Take a sip, my dude, drink. Let's get it, let's get it. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Any developments on the Suburban? None so far. Same old, I will acknowledge. Same old, same old. What am I drinking? Got myself a little bit of a rum and Coke going with some caffeine-free Coca-Cola and Mountain Gay Eclipse. Oh no, I didn't want to do the downtown rush. I wanted to do the downtown circuit. Oh, there's two here, and here we go. There we go. That's what I messed up. But, yeah, drinking a little bit of a rum and Coke right now, enjoying it. I'm not gonna lie, enjoying it. We gonna do this street course, though. We gonna get this street course going. Let's go, let's go. With the Donk Hirochi Sunburst. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. I love the Utasha livery on this car. Well, first run going really well. No biggie. We might want to restart that. We might want to restart that. Those did not... I think I need to up my render distance low-key. Because that did not load, and so I thought I was just supposed to go straight. Let's go, let's go. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Good shit, good shit. Good shit, good shit. We've got the ground clearance to do jumps. We're going way too fast, though. Oh, God. That's the run right there. We were going way too fast down that. We're going to try this again. We're going to try this again. You blew it? I did blow it. I did blow it. I'm not going to lie. We've got this shit, though. We've got this shit. I've never done this, That was so bad. I just want to say once again, I love this Natasha livery. It's so good. We need some lore for the anime girl. We need some lore for her. For real, for real. My boy zooming off that rum and Coke. Yes, sir. The car goes hard with donk wheels. Hey, glad to hear you feel that way, my man. I think so as well. Excuse me. God damn. That was a hell of a burp. Excuse me. I think it goes hella hard with donk wheels. Glad you are of similar opinion. Good shit, good shit. Just gotta make sure I don't, like, slide into any curbs with these rims because they will absolutely shatter. So I've gotta be really careful about that. Was going a bit slow there. Was going a bit slow, but it was a necessity. Oh, no! No. No. Shit, I messed up again. Yes, I did exactly what I said I didn't want to do. I slid into a curb, and the rim immediately decided to disintegrate into my trunk. Which is what it is. The Anime Girls Lane? Yeah, the one in the car, the one in the car. It looks fantastic, though, if you ask me. It looks so good. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's get this shit. Good shit, good shit. Appreciate the dono, Stuart Little. Fuck you, Stuart Little, but thank you for the dono. I do appreciate it, I suppose. I fucking hate you though, Stuart Little. Fuck you. Eat shit and die. Fuck you, Stuart Little. But thank you for the donation, my man. Appreciate the kind dono. You're just asking if it's true that I am Stuart Little's biggest fan. It is not true. I have a strong dislike for Stuart Little. Very strong dislike. But I appreciate the donation and I appreciate the question. But I can confirm I am not Stuart Little's biggest fan. Thank you so much for the donation once again, Stuart Little. Hope you're enjoying live stream. Hope you're having a great day. Appreciate the donation once again, Stuart Little, and I hope you have a horrible rest of your day, and I hope you eat shit and die. Fuck you, Stuart Little. Thank you for the donation once again. I need to up my render distance. I need to up my render distance. It's just loading in right in front of me, and I don't realize it's already there. How do I up my render distance? Depth of field. Shadows, visibility, share quality. How do I do that? Mesh quality? Do y'all know what setting I'm supposed to use? I've got no clue. But, appreciate the dono once again, Stuart Little. Yes, sir, appreciate the $1.25. Mesh quality? It's mesh quality? Thank you. I appreciate the information, Han. FCLBRI. Thank you very much for the information, my man. We're gonna go for high. And we're gonna leave everything else like that, because I just like my gut. I like my game to run as fast as possible. So I tend to keep my settings a bit low, but I think render distance is something we need to keep up. Let's go, let's go. And wow, the game already actually looks so much better with that changed. There we go, let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go. I could definitely be taking these corners a bit better. Hey, thank you so much for the gifted sub, Milk Hilton. Appreciate the gifted sub, my man. I realize I missed your sub about 15 minutes ago. That's my bad, but I appreciate the gifted sub, my man. Hope you're enjoying live stream. Hope you're having a great day. Oh, full, not quite full through there, but. Saved it. We ball, you know what I'm saying? We ball, we saved that shit. Let's go. Oh yeah, that helps so much. Thank you very much for the information, chat. I do appreciate it. Mesh quality, it was indeed. Appreciate the information, yo. But thank you so much for the gifted sub once again, Milk Hilton. Appreciate the gifted sub, my man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Appreciate the support, my man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Doki Doki Drunk Driving Club. Yes, sir. Based game title. Hey, appreciate the dono, Eric Stav. Thank you so much for the dono, my man. You're saying love the content. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, appreciate the kind words. Appreciate the support, Eric. Hope you're enjoying the live stream, my man, and hope you're having a great day as a whole. Thank you so much for the support once again, my man. Hope you're having an amazing time, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate the $4.20. Hope you're enjoying live stream. Hope you're having a great day. Oh, that's not gonna work. But thank you so much for the dono once again, Eric Stav. I do appreciate it. Appreciate the $4.20, and hope you're having an amazing day, you know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate you stopping by and appreciate the support, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate the dono once again, Eric Stav. All right, we're just going to keep going. We're just going to keep going. My car's pulling to the right, though. So maybe then not. Maybe not. Am I going to go driving in a public park video? Do a driving in a public park video. Drinking and driving in a public park? No. Driving in a public park? Yes, I wouldn't mind doing that. That sounds pretty fun to me. Alright. I'm gonna lock the fuck in real quick. I slowed down too much there. Still getting used to driving this car. Do I drive auto or normal? In BeamNG or real life? I drive arcade in BeamNG. Just because I don't have a manual controller. And I don't like how the manual controls are on controller, I'll acknowledge. I'm just not really a fan of them. In real life? Well, in the United States, automatic is normal. Maybe not in Europe or other places around the world. But in the United States, automatic is normal, so, I drive both. I drive both automatic and normal. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. The brakes on this are not as good as I was thinking they are. We're okay, though. We're okay. It's all good, no problem. Manual is normal there. Makes sense. But yeah, I drive automatic. I actually don't know how to drive manual. I need to learn. I get comments every once in a while going, oh man, I'm disappointed to learn your Mercedes is an automatic. And it's kind of like, that's just how they were sold. They actually never sold manual Mercedes diesel wagons or diesel sedans or wagons like mine in manual in the United States. They were never offered, and some folks believe they were, but they never offered in the United States. They were offered in Europe, but not here, which might be part of the confusion, which might be where the confusion is coming from. They did, but only in Europe. Yeah. But I think that's where the confusion is coming from, I'm not going to lie. Thought your Mercedes was manual, not going to lie? Nah, it's an automatic, yeah. Yeah, only manual 240Ds until 1983 in the United States, yeah. They never did 300D manuals in the United States, only in Europe. But I really have no qualms with my Mercedes not being a manual. In fact, I actually prefer that my Mercedes is not a manual, because it's what I drive every day. I'm sure I wouldn't mind driving a manual every day, but it's just nice to be able to just get in my car and go. I don't have to worry about it. Now, do I want to learn how to drive manual? Absolutely I do. Do I want a manual car? Absolutely I do. The next car I get, I wouldn't mind being manual, because I do want a car that I can drive that is manual. That I can learn how to row gears in and have fun with and stuff like that kind of thing. I do want to learn how to drive manual. But I really don't mind my car being automatic. There's some people out there that are talking about, oh, I wanted a W123 until I realized that I can only get an automatic, and all of a sudden I'm not interested. I'm like, my man, getting a manual is not what getting a W123 is all about. It's all about luxury. It's a cruiser. And part of luxury in the 1980s was having an automatic transmission. That's what American luxury is all about. It's all about feeling like you're sitting on a couch and you're sitting there and you don't have to row through the gears. It's not meant to be fun. It's not meant to be engaging. It's meant to work and be a nice cruiser. And that's what a W123 is. It's not really, I mean, like, yes, it can be a car with a manual. The 240D is the EconoBox version of the W123. Makes sense for them to come with a manual. But the 300D turbo diesels, the highest end version, why would they have a manual? They're not really designed to be that. They're meant to be comfy cruisers kind of thing. Cigarette lighter and soft seats. Damn right, damn right. Can't rev manual? Can't rev diesel either. my tachometer goes up to like, I don't know, 6? That's 6 revs per minute, not 6,000. I've never seen it go up to 6. I've seen it go up to like 4 max, and that's it. But I totally understand why people want manuals. I want a manual as well. I would love to have a Miata or a Scion XB first gen with a manual, or maybe a like, let's say, Honda Civic with a manual, maybe an SI with a manual, or a Corolla with a manual. I wouldn't mind that at all, and I think manuals in a lot of cars make sense. But I think for the W123 300D turbo diesel that I have, while I wouldn't mind having a manual, and if I ended up enjoying driving manual that much where I wanted to swap one in, it's a possibility. I could swap one in if I really wanted to. I would have to do a custom flywheel, stuff like that kind of thing. Custom, like, transfer or custom transmission mount as well. So it would be pricey, but it's possible. You can get a manual engine in. You can get a manual transmission in the W123 300D turbo diesel kind of thing. It's possible. But for me, it's just kind of like the W123. It's a car that's meant to be comfortable. It's meant to be one of the ultimate daily drivers. And that's exactly what it is. And yeah, I don't know. I don't really. I've seen people comment online saying, "Man, I was sold on the W123 until I realized I couldn't get into a manual." Well, you can't get a W123 in a manual. You just got to go for the 75 horsepower version. People don't want that. It's not a fast car. It's not a car that's. It's not a race car to drive kind of thing. By any means. It's a very comfy cruiser. It's slow as hell, and that's half the fun of it. That's my opinion, at least. Gear split kind. I don't know. J-brake and the Mercedes would go hard. I'd be afraid I'd bend the... I'd be afraid I'd bend the frame by doing that, but that would go pretty hard, I'm not gonna lie. Don't know how to drive manual. Got to get a gaming wheel and pedal with clutch. True, I do. Excuse me. SI is a race car when you tune it. Block holds 600 wheel horsepower. Well, which generation of the SI? Not all of them do, I'm sure. Honda Jazz. Yeah, I really wouldn't mind getting a Honda Fit, as they're called here. Honda Fits with the manual transmission I've heard are hella fun, and I really would not mind getting that, because the next car I get, I really want it to be an EconoBox. Like, just good gas mileage, something I can just daily without caring too much, but something that also has a manual transmission and is fun. Not SI, your Mercedes W1234 300D turbo diesel? Why do I have the W124? I have the W123. I know the OM617 cannot take 600 horsepower. I think the top of the line for the W123 with stock internals. I mean, like, if you upgrade the internals, I'm sure it could take shit as much as you probably want it to. But if it's stock internals, then I think it's like 250 max before you start having mechanical issues. On stock, it can take 600. Well, OM606, yes. OM617, no. The OM606 is absolutely fantastic, but if somebody has done it, if they said it's still reliable with 600 horsepower on the OM617, they're lying. It's not true. There's no way it is. I don't believe that one bit. The OM 617 is not designed for 600 horsepower, and I don't believe it can do 600 horsepower. You can do this in 27 seconds? Bro, what the hell? We're going to have to try that. 603 to 605 can handle 750. 850 on stock. 850 on stock? No, I know that's not true. I've done my research. I know that's not true. Alright, we're doing worse than the first one. Let's try that. People have done it, yes, but that doesn't mean it's reliable. Can it do it? Yes. One time, and then it blows up. That doesn't mean it can always do it, though. The reason the OM617 is so reliable is because it has such low horsepower. Precisely, yeah. If you overstress an engine, it's going to automatically be less reliable. Can an OM606 still be really reliable with higher horsepower numbers? Absolutely. I've heard you can get really good reliability out of stock internals with around about like 450 horsepower. But 850 on stock internals? No way. I don't believe it. I don't believe that one bit. Was that better than my first time? Was slightly better. I'll take it, I'll take it. How many hours of sleep do I recommend? 8. 8. I'm not trying to be controversial when I'm talking about engines and how much power they can make and everything like that I want to acknowledge. I'm just speaking my own personal opinion. We can all have our own opinions. I just don't think the OM617 would be reliable with 600 horsepower. It wouldn't be... Like, yes, could it make 600 horsepower? Yes, once. It can make... Anything can make as much horsepower as you want it to make once until it blows up. But being able to reliably drive it? No way. No way. I don't believe it. I hate to put it that way. I'm not trying to be controversial. It's not my goal to be rude to anybody watching, and I'm not trying to be rude right now. That's not my goal. I hope I'm not coming off as rude. I want to clarify, of course, as well. I hope I'm not coming off as rude. That's not my intention. I'm just speaking what my opinion is. Hey, thank you so much for the dono, Stuart Little. Eat shit and die, Stuart Little. Fucking hate you. But, Mr. Stuart Little, you're saying this is Stuart? That didn't work out very well. I think that was karma right there. But thank you so much for the dono. Once again, Stuart Little. You're saying, this is Stuart. I'm going to shit in your cigarettes and chew on your ear. Beware. Yeah, if you can get to me, my man. If you can get to me. I keep rat traps. Rat traps. Every single space of my floor is filled with rat traps. You will never be able to reach me, you fucking scumbag piece of shit rat. I fucking hate Stuart Little so much. And I know he's got beef against me, and I am protected against him. I have so many rat traps where I live, y'all might think I'm crazy. Y'all might think I'm crazy about having as many rat traps as I have. I have hundreds of rat traps everywhere. Stuart Little is not getting anywhere near me. Let me tell you what, there's no way in hell he's getting anywhere near me. And yes, I have a cat that hangs out in my backyard as well. Cousin friend has a OM603, don't know what is done to it, but stock block H 743 horsepower and is his daily driver. Well, I hate to say this, my man. It could be, I mean, like, stock block. Yeah, stock block. Sure. Stock internals in the block, though. I hate to say this, my man, but you you admitted yourself that you don't know exactly what's been done to it. I mean, no offense. I'm just trying to make a sound argument. And that means pinpointing details. But I mean, like, hey, an OM603 with 743 horsepower, I'm like, that sounds fucking lit to me. That sounds like a fucking gas daily driver. I'm not going to deny that. But I don't believe an OM603 is on stock internals at that horsepower. I don't believe it is. Absolutely no way that's on stock internals. Stock block? Absolutely, totally believe that. I totally believe stock block. Stock internals? I doubt it. I don't believe so. Sequential gearbox too? Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. That's fucking mint. It's fucking mint, yo. Best cigarette to smoke while driving around? Ooh, that's a good question. Depends what car you're driving, of course. It always is going to depend on what car you're driving. Let's say you're driving like a... Bro literally just... Bro was like, let me just merge in front of this dude and make him rear-end me and kill everybody inside the car. Yeah, bro just decided to fucking die real quick. How's it going, homie? How you doing? There we go. I am overall liking this car, though. I am satisfied with the build, to say the least. I am satisfied with the build. Yo! Oh, and I landed up right. Let's fucking go. Mint, yo, mint. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Those diesel Mercedes that are a gen of new drivers. Some are 18-year-old boys. Are too many out there? Wait. Which generation Mercedes? I'm like the new... You mean like the OM20 something? I'm not exactly sure which generation you mean. BeamNG 0.35. No, I'll wait for BeamNG 1.0 in about 15 years. It's gonna be a fucking fat minute. It's gonna be a fucking fat minute. Well, I'm 603, I'm 605, and I'm 606. Well, there's many generations of Mercedes that have those engines offered. I want to acknowledge, of course. There's a couple. There's a handful. Like 3 of them, I think. So W124, late gen W124s, I think, offered one of those. And then there's the generation after that, and I think that even the generation after that still had the OM6 series of engines in them. Because then after that they went to BlueTech, and BlueTech sucks fucking ass. But that's what I meant. I didn't mean the generation of engines. I want to acknowledge. I just meant the generation of Mercedes, because many are offered with those engines. Fucking going through the yellow, and yeah, it might have not been the greatest idea, but like it is what it is. Hey, yo, appreciate the 100 bits. XVenMZ. Appreciate the 100 bits, my man. You're just saying toast to the box turtle from today's video? Nah, for real, bro, for real. Let's toast to the box turtle from today's video, you know what I'm saying? Let's toast to him. Toast to the box turtle from today's video. Let's fucking go, yo. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. The box turtle from today's video, absolutely goated individual, Very glad to have had him as a guest on one of my videos, and very glad to have stopped by and said hi, and to have also saved him from some cars that may have ran him over. Very, very, very glad to have spotted the turtle, I will acknowledge. I love turtles. Box Turtle Rescue is epic. Glad to hear you think so, my man. Yes, sir. What turtle? So I rescued a turtle in the video I posted today on the main channel. It's like 15 minutes through. I see a box turtle in the middle of the road in front of me, and I go over and I hang out with him for a couple minutes until he wanders off into the forest. But yeah, if you want to check him out, if you want to see the turtle, go check out the video. You know what I'm saying? Highly recommend. Highly recommend. Grab out his Mercedes 1959 220D that was tuned. Hell yeah, bro. 220D, the fucking 50s, 60s Mercedes. Like the fucking... I really enjoyed the W114, W115 generation along with the W112 generation of Mercedes. Those are fucking lit. I think they're really cool. And even before that, I think they're fucking lit. And the 220Ds are great cars. I'm not super knowledgeable about the generations of Mercedes before the W123, I'll acknowledge. But I do know that the late W114, 115s, they had a naturally aspirated OM617 in the United States. And so if I was to get one of those, I would want one of the ones with the OM617. Even if it is naturally aspirated, it's a super reliable engine, and I wouldn't mind getting one of those on for the collection, that is for sure. In fact, wouldn't mind having one of those, would love to have one of those, is really the right way of putting it. I second that Blue Tech sucks ass. Worked at a Benz dealer specifically for sprinters for a while, and the majority of customers, the majority of vehicles were there for issues with the Blue Tech DE system. So many customers just ripped out the whole system to avoid the issues. No, it makes sense. I've got no idea what Blue Tech is, but I've never heard a single good thing, or I've got no idea what the whole Blue Tech DEF system is, really. I just know it's diesel. I just know it's modern diesel Mercedes. But I also know that I've never heard really anything good about Blue Tech, so I know I don't want to fuck with it. It ain't old Mercedes diesels, this for sure. So how's the update? I'm loving the update. It's great. The 0.35 is fantastic. I'm really liking it, I'll acknowledge. It's good shit, Just started studying mechanics, fairly new to cars. What is a good beater car you could get as a daily driver for $2,000 or more? Corolla. Go for a Corolla. Good gas mileage. You can get them, you can commonly find them everywhere around the world. So no matter where you are located, which I'm not exactly sure where you are located, but no matter where you're located, you'll be able to find one more than likely. They're reliable. Parts are accessible. Parts are cheap as well. And they're just really good cars. Good gas mileage. Ignore that. Ignore that. But, yeah. I mean, like, if somebody's looking for a beater car for under $2,000, I'm gonna just say a Corolla. I mean, like, not too bad to maintain, easy parts availability, cheap parts. They're just good cars overall. And, they get great gas mileage as well. I'm like, they might not be the most glorious cars in the world. Corollas certainly aren't. But I think they're great vehicles, and I think they're I think they're a fantastic beater car, to say the least. At least that's my opinion. So if somebody asked me, what's the best beater car out there, I'd probably say either a 99 Camry or a 94 Corolla. That's what I'd be saying. I would not recommend a 99 to 01 Camry, though. Those have oil starvation issues. I'm going to try doing another mission, though. Hey, that was me. Maybe I'll get a Corolla. Hey, be sure to do your research and check out different models, of course. Don't just take what I say as what you should get. There's many YouTube channels out there that talk about the reliability of certain cars. Regular Car Reviews is a channel that you may want to check out. His humor is pretty amusing. At times can be very uncomfortable. But that's like the point of the humor to some extent. But he also, if a car is unreliable for a specific reason, he covers why in the video and stuff like that. And so Regular Car Reviews, I really do think it's very informational stuff about reliability. And it's also pretty funny videos as well. I really enjoy watching Regular Car Reviews. And also, there's just many car forums out there. Of course, Reddit as well. People, if you ask about a specific model and say, what problems does this model have? People will absolutely let you know what problems the model has. So, yeah. How do I feel about the hybrid Corollas? Are they just as reliable? I've got no problem with hybrid Corollas. Like, some people I know have dis with hybrids in general. I genuinely have no dis with hybrids. I actually quite like hybrids, and I think, I really genuinely don't understand why there's such a big push for, I don't really understand why there's such a big push for, EVs. I really don't think it makes sense why there's such a big push for EVs right now, in all honesty, because we just don't have the infrastructure for EVs at the moment. However, what I think makes total sense is hybrids, especially plug-in hybrids, because plug-in hybrids, you don't have to plug in, but you can also plug them in, and I think that's amazing. So it's basically an electric car with the benefits of an electric car, but it's also a gas car with the benefits of a gas car. You can't get any better than that. You don't have to stop and charge up on electricity at the one Tesla charger in the middle of Oklahoma, and you can stop at any gas station and fill up. You can get 100 miles of range out of your battery pack, and yeah, after 200,000 miles, 150, 200,000 miles or so, you're gonna have to replace the battery pack, and it's gonna cost a couple grand. Don't get me wrong, but let's be honest here. Most people that are buying new cars anyway, or pre-owned cars, are not keeping the cars for that long. Eventually, either they're going to get rid of it or something's going to happen before the battery goes out. If you keep it for that long, and then the battery goes out, it's already at 200,000 miles. Decide then if you want to put a new battery in it or not. Kind of thing. But yeah, I really think it looks good on paper. I think EVs don't look good on paper, personally. I actually think they look worse on paper than hybrids. Maybe that's just me, though. I'm not exactly sure. But, when looking at EVs with battery production and shit like that, they're so bad for the environment, it's crazy. But what do I think? The question was about the Corolla hybrids, and I'm assuming the Camry... I'm assuming the Camry hybrids as well. I don't mind them. If I was going to have a Toyota hybrid, I would want a Prius, personally. And I have no beef with driving a Prius. Especially if it's one of the new Priuses, like the new Prius Prime. Holy fuck, the newest generation Prius Prime, it's actually such a fucking amazing looking car. And I really think the Prius generations, people shit on them. People just shit on the Prius because it's a Prius. When in fact, they're actually not that bad looking, in all honesty. I really don't think Priuses are that bad looking. I think they are very practical cars, and they're also very reliable cars. They're cars that just work, kind of thing. And I think that's amazing. Yeah, they're the butt of so many jokes, and for a reason. I make jokes about Priuses too, but they're good cars. But the new generation really looks so good, I'm not going to lie. But how do I feel about the hybrid Corollas? Are they just as reliable? Probably, yeah. I don't know if they're just as reliable. I just don't know that much about Corollas, in all honesty. So I don't know if the hybrid Corollas are just as reliable as the non-hybrid Corollas. But, up until 150, 200,000 miles, probably. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Let me just put it that way. Until the battery goes dead. Let me just put it that way. Have a 2007 Prius as a grocery gutter and travel car. Battery still perfect. Hell yeah, brother. Base choice. Priuses gas, to say the least. Good shit, my man. Yo, this engine sounds so good, though. Oh! Oh my god, that did not go well. But, also fuck with TRD Camry? True. TRD Camrys are pretty based. I'm going to play some music, though. I want to play some music while I'm doing this race. I've got a nice buzz going, and I want to listen to some, like, music. So that's, I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm gonna open up YouTube Music, and I'm gonna play some music while we're doing some races and stuff. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? I am window capture 4. Go set this up. Do I want? Here we go. Boom. Window capture 4. There we go. There we go. Alrighty, and there we go. Alright, cool. And we're going to drag that down just a little bit. Right about there. Sweet. Alright, let me know if the music is too loud, because I can change it. But what do we want to listen to? I think we're going to start off on a different playlist than usual. And we're going to start off with this one. Let me know if the music is too loud or too quiet. I can always turn it up or down. This is from Ultra Kill. This is Ultra Zaplavsky. Turn it down 15%, you thinking? What are y'all thinking about that? Not gonna lie, a bit loud. Good now, in your opinion? What do all y'all think? What do all y'all think? Good with the percentage? Right there? Alright, not bad. Might be a bit tad loud, but only a bit. Good. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit more. Just right there. Ultra music goated? Not for real. Oh. That's the wrong. I was like, well, I need to open this. Oh no, wrong one. Wait, no, hold up. Wait, no, wait. Ah, fuck. I just realized. Okay. I just realized. I wasn't fucking changing the music at all. I had the complete wrong window capture open. I had this open, and I thought this was the window I needed, when in fact, this is not the window I needed, because this is not the window that all of my music is playing from. It's in fact a completely different Chrome window. So let me go ahead and fix this real quick. Whoops, my bad, y'all. Let me go and fix this real quick. There we go. There we go. All right, go and fix that. And there we go. All right. And now it should be working properly. Blast that shit to blow our eardrums out. Y'all asked for it. Y'all asked for it. I'm gonna pour myself another drink real quick. But, let me know. I'll check again on whether the music is good or not. It's like, I'll ask again once the music starts playing, whether the audio is good or not. Just let me know. Just messing with it just a little bit. Drinking it straight? No way. I'm mixing it in with Coca-Cola. I do not feel like drinking straight liquor today, I will acknowledge. But I think we're going to go and change up the song just a little bit. I think we're going to do that. Ooh, wait a minute, hold up. I know what we're going to start with. We're going to start with that. I'm just queuing up a bunch of music right now. Alright, we're going to start with that. Alright, bet. I think that's going to be it for BeamNG today, y'all. Oh my god, holy shit, that's so frustrating. It is what it is. I messed up. I got too comfortable and I slipped up. Last checkpoint, I got comfortable. I slipped up. I slipped out of being locked in. That's all my bad, but I'm not going to try it again. We can try that. We can try that next time. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Escar. Yeah, pretty fucked. Watch, it's probably going to drive just fine. No, it's fucked. Well, I had a great time playing BeamNG today. I think I'm probably going to be chatting for the next 10 minutes or so. And that's probably going to be about it. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching today's stream. Very glad to have locked in. Very glad to have locked in on a couple races. Had a great time with those races. That last race, I was like, damn, this is going really well. This is going fucking fantastic. I haven't had a crash. I haven't even brushed into really anything this entire run. I was like, damn, and then I just fucked it up to the largest extent of that last moment. Which is what it is. Well, shit happens kind of thing. I'm not stressing too much. But it was very fun. It was very fun. Not gonna lie. Had a good time nonetheless. So I certainly can't complain too much. The last two songs that played were both from Femtonol. The first was Dogmatica, and then it was XX Never Say Goodbye XX. Both of which are pretty good songs that I enjoy, I will acknowledge. Drunk driving is hella fun. It is pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie. I was locked the fuck in there for a fucking fat minute, not gonna lie. I was locked the fuck in for a fat minute. For real, for real. Last corner is crazy? No, for real, bro. I'm so, okay. Next BeamNG stream, we're giving that one another go. I'm not doing it again today. Because otherwise, we're gonna be here for the next hour. I was just like, okay, let me just, I'm gonna call that quitting while I'm ahead, because even though I didn't complete it, I was one checkpoint away. So that's me quitting when I'm ahead. Because it would be then 15 attempts where I crash and burn dramatically very quickly. But yeah, had a great time playing BeamNG today. No complaints on my behalf. No complaints on my behalf, that is for sure. Cool shit, Jacob. Want to see you play more games, car-related or not. Hey, looking forward to playing many more games in the future. Not sure what the next game I'm going to be playing on stream is going to be. I've got two games I want to finish off playing. One is Quake, one is Katamari Damacy. So I think I might try to finish off one of those games next, quite possibly. Or maybe do a different game. I'm not sure. But next stream's probably going to be Sunday, more than likely. So look forward to that, of course. Look forward to that. And looking forward to streaming whatever I may stream. Not sure exactly what I'm going to be streaming, but y'all will find out then, and I'll find out before then. How's it going? Unturtled? Cigarette YouTuber? I do enjoy my cigarettes, I'm not going to lie. Yes, sir, yes, sir. 1:36 a.m. for you right now? Yeah, it's 1:30 in my area as well, I'll acknowledge. It's getting a bit late, 14:38, damn. You must be on like the other side of the planet. Holy shit, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon? God damn. Horror games, Jake would be live. I don't really play horror games. I'll acknowledge. I mean, like, I did just get done playing Doki Doki Literature Club, which I guess one could consider as being a horror game. Technically speaking, Doki Doki Literature Club is considered a metaphysical psychological horror game. But I'm not really one for like horror games where it's like jump scares all over the place or something like that. Like the Cabin Factory. It just doesn't seem like my thing. Silent Hill. I don't know. The lore is interesting, but I don't know if it's really my thing. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna be playing any horror games by any means. If I end up playing a horror game, it's got to be a horror game that really interests me, not just a game that is horror and I'm just ending up playing it. So yeah, I'll acknowledge. Hey yo, appreciate the $1.25, Kelsey. Thank you so much for the $1.25. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate the dono. You're just saying, hi, Jacob. Love your content. And Lane. Hey, yo, let's all love Lane. You know what I'm saying? And appreciate the kind words and appreciate the support. Hope you're enjoying the live stream, Kelsey. And hope you're having a great day. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate the dono. Appreciate the support. Appreciate the kind words. And appreciate you stopping by. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hell yeah, brother. Appreciate the Prime sub as well. Whatever CVCRR or WHVTCVCRR. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce your name. I will acknowledge. But appreciate the Prime sub, my man. Hope you're enjoying the live stream. Hope you're having a great day. Appreciate the Prime sub. I feel like your Prime sub was... Yeah, it was a little bit ago. My bad for taking so long to get to your Prime sub. But appreciate the Prime sub, you know what I'm saying? Hope you're enjoying live stream. Hope you're having a great day. Appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate the support. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No problem. Hey. Appreciate the kind words, yo. Yes, sir. Appreciate you stopping by. Do you folks with Red Dead Redemption? I might have to play it eventually. Low-key, I might have to play Red Dead Redemption or Red Dead Redemption 2 eventually. Probably going to work my way through the Grand Theft Auto series first. But I might have to play those. I might have to play those eventually, not going to lie. Lane is Internet Jesus, Internet God. Pretty much, yeah. I'd agree with that. Cigarettes. I agree. Cigarettes. It's whatever, but spelt silly. Bet. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce words that have like replacements. I'm like, or that have like replacements for like some of the letters. I'm like, is it supposed to be pronounced like that, or is it supposed to be just said the normal way, kind of thing? I never know. I'll acknowledge. Nico, cousin, let's go bowling. Yes, sir. I do need to go through the DLCs for GTA 4 eventually as well. Yo, how's it going, Joseph Stalin? Hope you're having a great one, my man. Appreciate you stopping by. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ethy Mackey, you're saying, Jacob, I think your fursona would be a deer of some sort. No, why would if I'm, one, I want to clarify, I'm not a furry. I'm not really interested in that sort of stuff. I've got no problem with furries. But two, why the fuck would you think my fursona would be a deer? Hell nah, bruh. Hell nah. Why would my fursona be a deer when we've got a fucking iconic cigarette-smoking camel? Like, come the fuck on. Why would the fuck would my fursona be a deer? Nah, hell nah, bruh. My fursona is just Joe Camel himself. Not a camel, Joe Camel himself. That's what my fursona is. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Put it back up there. Oh, man. Oh, there we go. All right. All comfy. Yes, sir. Make a VTuber model out of Joe Camel. Yo, that would actually go pretty hard. I'm not gonna lie. That would go pretty hard. But yeah, I don't give a fuck if you're a furry or not. I don't care. It's not my thing. I don't give a fuck if you are a furry though or whatever. I really don't give a fuck what people do in their free time or who they are or whatever. Don't give a shit. As long as they ain't being a fucking weirdo ass creep and they ain't hurting other people or being an asshole in general and stuff like that, why would I give a fuck, frankly put? I think my gay drug dealer should be able to bear arms and sell his stuff at the corner store. I don't give a fuck, frankly put. Is he smoking a Camel, though? He's actually got a fake cigarette in his mouth, but I'll have a video coming up in the future where he does smoke a Camel, yes. Smoking a 125-gram cigarette? No, I'm okay. 125 grams? That's like 125 cigarettes because each... Well, no, it'd be more like 170. Because each cigarette has roughly like 0.7 grams in it, so... Probably be like 170 cigarettes, around about something like that. It's a fuck ton of tobacco. I'm okay, honestly. I'm chilling. Do I have a giant cigarette plush? No, but I do need a giant cigarette body pillow. Fuck having an anime girl body pillow. Why the fuck would I need that? I want a cigarette body pillow. That's what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Yes, sir. Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Should play My Summer Car. I've seen some videos of people playing it. It looks really amusing. I'm not gonna lie. But it also looks like a game that would frustrate me to no end. It looks like a game that would piss me off so fucking much. My Summer Car is a really interesting concept, but I'm not sure if it's... Maybe I do like creative where I already have everything unlocked. Or some shit like that. And I have infinite money, but like, shit, doing like hardcore survival mode on that shit? Fuck that. Hell nah. Hell nah. I don't know. It's brutal, but it's so rewarding. Yeah, brutal games. I'm like, I just, like for me, brutal is like putting effort into something for like 6 minutes and then it all going to waste. But like My Summer Car is like you put like 15 hours of effort in something and then you fucking die and it all goes to waste. Like, I can't do that. I can't do that. You build a car and drink beer. This is true, though. This is very true. That is a very good point. That is a very good point. So finish Life Simulator. Man. I need to live in Finland, though. Then I need to live in Finland, then. That's what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Just joking. Do I have a favorite cigar right now? I'd have to say probably my favorite cigars at this moment in time is the Drew Estate Liga Privada, more than likely. It's a $20 cigar. I've only ever smoked one of them. I want to smoke another one in the future, but I've never really smoked a lot of them. In fact, the first time I ever tried one was... I'm just winding my watch right now. Because it's a hand wind watch. Make sure it's still accurate. It is still accurate. Nice, nice. Right on the dot. But, what was I saying? Come visit Finland? Honestly, I do want to. There we go. I think that should be good enough for the time being. Hold it over for the next couple hours. Don't want to wind it too much because I want to break it, but... What brand is it? It's a Seagull 1963 chronograph reissue from China that I was given by one of y'all. Appreciate the watch once again, Mr. Raymond Liang. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, My Summer Car looks like a lot of fun. It looks like it would be... It looks like it would piss me off to the hugest extent. It looks like it would make me so angry. But it does look like a really good game. I wouldn't mind playing it, but... I don't know if I'm ever going to because I think it would make me mad, honestly. I think it would make me so angry, I'm not going to lie. But if I'm able to get it really cheap on sale, maybe I'll do one stream. I don't think I'm going to do a stream series, but if I can get it really cheap on sale, it would be fun to do. It would be fun to do a stream of, I'm not going to lie. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hopefully someday we get a Shitbox Sunday stream where we see you fix up an old diesel donk banger. Yo, that'd be fire. If I can get my hands on another cheap W123, like actually, like if it's like a cheap, like worse condition than the W123 I have now, like I my plan is actually to like put it on some rims and like lift it and shit like that. Like, it would take me probably quite a while to do that, because it just takes me quite a while to do any car maintenance, frankly put. I procrastinate car maintenance quite a bit. And just car repairs quite a bit. But I don't have a garage or anything. My problem, I would love to do, like, car maintenance streams or something like that. Like, I think that would be really fun. Like, I wouldn't be able to pay attention to chat, like, all that much. But, like, having a speaker set up with, like, text-to-speech or something like that, and then, like, a microphone setup, or, like, I'm wearing a mic or something like that, like, I think that would be super fucking cool. Like, doing car maintenance live streams, I think it would be sick. And I would absolutely love to do that, frankly put. But if I tried to do that right now, I would end up doxing myself, because I don't have a garage. I do all my work in the street, frankly put. I don't have a garage to do anything in it. If I set up a video camera in the street, it would be very easily to find out where I live. So I'm not willing to dox myself, but I would not mind doing a car like repair or maintenance live stream. Whenever I have the opportunity to, whenever I have a garage, I will acknowledge. 700 wheel horsepower W123 coming then? Nah. I'm like, even if I get a W123 and I put it on rims and stuff, like, I have no intention of making it super powerful. Keep it stock. Maybe up the fuel pump a bit, but up to like more 150 rather than 125 horsepower. But even then, nah. I'm okay. The engine works, the engine works. If I get it with a fucked engine, then I'll see if I can find an OM606. If I can't find an OM606, I'll try to go for another OM617. Although, I probably wouldn't buy a W123 with a fucked engine, because I don't have the time, knowledge, or patience right now, or space to deal with an engine swap. Rainbow can find out your exact location in like 0.5 seconds just from a single screenshot of one of your videos. I think it depends on the video. I think you'd have a good shot of a lot of my videos. But I do think it depends on the video, I'll acknowledge. People would spam copy pasta on streamer on the speakers. Yeah, no, absolutely they would. They absolutely would. Hey, appreciate the donos. Appreciate the donations. J. Joseph, 725. My apologies for missing your dono, my man. That's my bad. But thank you so much for the donation, my man. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much for both the donations. You just said both times, I love you so much. Watch you every single day. You're calming light to my dark craziness. I'm not going to lie. I'm completely blitzed right now. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hey. Hope you're enjoying being blitzed right now, my man. Hope you're enjoying being buzzed, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate the kind words. Appreciate the support. J. Joseph 725. I won't say the phrase you said at the very beginning of your dono. Back, yes, I don't say that. Back to folks, I will acknowledge. But I do appreciate the kind words. I do appreciate the support. And I do appreciate your contribution to the channel. Hope you're enjoying the live stream. Hope you're enjoying the live stream, Joseph. Hope you're having a great day. And hope you're having an amazing one as a whole. And hope you're also enjoying being a little bit drunker than not. Hella fucking sirens going on outside. What the fuck? But yeah, appreciate the dono, my man. Hope you're enjoying the live stream. Hope you're having a great day. Appreciate you stopping by. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Appreciate both the donos. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Did I get your PayPal? Yes, sir. Hopefully what I said came through. It took me a moment to realize I did receive a dono though, but that's my bad. That's my bad. Any state I want to visit? Ooh. For states I've been to before that I want to visit again, Maine. Maine. I like Maine. For states I've never visited that I want to visit, Alaska. And Utah and Wyoming. And Texas. Maybe Colorado. Arizona, New Mexico. North Dakota, South Dakota. Yeah, I think that's about it. There's something like I want to visit every state, but those are probably the top ones I'll acknowledge. Like to go to Vermont. Vermont's pretty. I'm not going to lie. It is very pretty. Full of nudists. But it is very pretty. There's not that many nudists in Vermont. Do I like Maine? I do. I love the nature of Maine. Nuh-uh, you're joking? Nah, there's lots of nudists in Vermont. Not a joke. But yeah, Maine. Maine is beautiful. I'm a pretty big fan of Acadia National Park. I think it's beautiful. I think it's a great park. It's just definitely one of the smaller national parks, but I think it's really nice. It looks really nice. It looks really good. Mount Desert Island is beautiful. And the nature up in Maine is just gorgeous in general. Yeah, Moosehead Lake, stuff like that. It's great stuff. It's great stuff. I'm not going to lie. You ever been to any European country? I have been to, technically speaking, one European country before. I've been to Iceland. That's it. Iceland is part of the EU, so technically I've been to a European country, but I've never been to mainland Europe. Definitely do need to visit, though. And I do plan on doing so sometime in the future, I will acknowledge. Just moved from Maine. It was a beautiful place. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Deadass? Damn. Yeah, Maine is gorgeous. Maine is beautiful, I'm not going to lie. Maine is beautiful. Absolutely, absolutely. A gorgeous state. Has some great nature. Go back to Florida, but meh. Yeah, Florida's got its benefits, that is for sure. I won't deny that. People like to be like, oh, Florida be like, but no, Florida's got pretty reasonable benefits. I'm not gonna lie. Like, Florida people built different, without a doubt. But Florida does have its benefits, and I'm not just talking about tax benefits. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Georgia, Atlanta. Atlanta is interesting. Atlanta is very interesting. Atlanta is very interesting. I've been there a couple times. I've been to Atlanta a couple times. I didn't mind visiting Atlanta. It really, I mean, like, it feels like the South, but like not the deep South, but just bigger. It's Atlanta. It's huge. It's massive. Traffic is fucking trash. It's so bad. The traffic in Atlanta is crazy. It's wild. I could never move to Atlanta just due to the traffic. It's such bad traffic. Oh my god, the traffic is so bad in Atlanta. It's so bad. Like, holy shit. But I certainly didn't mind visiting Atlanta, and I would visit again. I didn't mind my time in Atlanta by any means, but the traffic is fucking horrible. The traffic is so bad, to say the least. Florida is chill? Yeah, Florida chill. I'm not gonna lie. Florida be chilling. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, you're from Maine, my man? Underrated state? We don't like a lot of visitors? Yeah, I've noticed. I've had some interactions with rude locals in Maine. I hate to say it. Don't give a fuck. Don't give a fuck. I'm not rude to people that are not from my state. I don't understand why people would be rude. But, not that I think anybody in the chat would do that. But, last 2 times I went to Maine, went up there and there were some fucking rude people. And I'm just like, why the fuck are you being rude to me, bruh? Like, I'm not even, I wasn't even talking to you. Like, why are you being rude to me? We don't claim the rude ones. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Like, yeah, there's rude people in North Carolina, but shit. In the South, everyone is a sweetheart? No. Not true. Not true. In the South, people are really nice to your face. Like, in my area of the South, there's really... Nobody is... In the South, in my local area, generally speaking, people are not going to be rude to people they don't know. Unless they have other issues going on, like they're drunk or they're on steroids and they're drinking and driving and they crash into you and then they start screaming at you and they're really mad and angry. But if you walk up to somebody in a grocery store, just like a random person, I'd have to say 7 times out of 10, if you're just asking for directions or something like that, you're probably going to have a person that's either just like, here's your directions, or a person that's really nice kind of thing. That's 7 out of 10 times. That's 70% of people. That's pretty solid. It's the other 30% that make everybody look bad. And I'm sure it's the same in Maine as well. But people down here, like, they just don't say shit to your face. But I'd actually much rather have that. Depends on the situation. Sometimes I'd much rather have people say shit to my face, and sometimes I'd much rather have people say it behind my back. If I don't know people, I don't fucking care to hear what they think of me, frankly put. If I know somebody, then I want them to say whatever they got to say to my face kind of thing. But yeah. Yo, I said this earlier on the stream, y'all. No politics in the chat. I don't care if it's American politics. I don't care if it's German politics. I don't care if it's Russian politics. I don't care if it's Japanese politics. Unless we talking about... not politics. No politics. No politics. We don't need no politics in chat, y'all. I don't give a shit about politics, frankly put. I give a shit about my cigarettes, and I give a shit about my alcohol. I don't care about politics, and I don't care to see politics in my chat, and I will ban politics in my chat if I see people talking about it again. I hate to say that. Everyone hates Quebec? Actually, I don't. This might be controversial. I actually don't hate Quebec. I don't know. I'm like, the 2 times, I've been to Quebec like 2 times. Quebec City is gorgeous. It's beautiful. Montreal's pretty nice as well. When I went to both Quebec and Montreal, there were definitely less crackheads in both the cities than there were in Toronto. I can definitely say that for sure. I enjoyed my time in both. I also really enjoyed my time in Toronto, I'm not going to lie. I've never been to, like, Vancouver or anything like that. Never been to Prince Edward Island. I do want to visit, though. But, no, I actually enjoyed my time in Quebec. Yeah. I enjoyed my time there. Cigarettes. Cigarettes, I agree. Traffic in LA gives you secondhand depression for those commuters? Nah, for real, bro. Traffic in LA, like, I was talking to Goblin when he was kind enough to fly all the way out here to record an episode of the Godcast. But he lives in LA these days. And he was talking about, like, the traffic and stuff there. And I was just like, holy shit, it takes you how long to go how far? I was like, oh my fucking god, that's crazy, yo. I was like, what the fuck? I was just like, oh my god. And then he was talking about, like, the price of living there as well. And I was like, oh no, it was high, but I didn't realize it was that high. Like, Jesus Christ. It's crazy. LA traffic is wild. It's so much worse than I realized it was. I'm not gonna lie. Crazy, crazy shit. Crazy shit. Crackheads be everywhere now? Well, they're in some areas more than others, but yeah, crackheads do be everywhere now, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, y'all. I said stop talking about politics. That's still a political statement, and you and I both know it is. You and I both know that's a political statement, so... enjoy your 30-minute ban. You're not perma-banned. It's just a 30-minute ban, but you and I both know that's a political statement. Stop talking politics, yo. I told you to. There's one rule in my chat, y'all, and that's try not to get banned. If I give you a verbal warning saying, hey, yo, you're gonna get banned, I recommend stopping, because I will ban you. I have no qualms with doing so. Live in Texas currently. Would definitely say it's a lovely country, flatland vibe. Hell yeah, brother. I really want to visit Texas. I've been to Texas twice. One time I stayed in the airport, and the other time I went right outside the airport. I really want to drive across Texas, though. I definitely want a car with AC to do that. I don't know if my Mercedes would make it during the summer, but during the winter I think I'd be fine. But I definitely want to visit Texas and like drive around it. I've only ever been to like Dallas, Fort Worth, that area, but I really want to visit Austin and like other areas of Texas as well. Go down south in Texas, stuff like that. Go up to like up there. Go actually explore Dallas, Fort Worth a little bit. Texas is definitely a place I want to visit. I'm not going to lie. Definitely do need to. Definitely do need to. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Somehow crackheads get through the winter. Well, if you get high enough, you can't feel the cold anymore, right? Yeah, who cares if you lose a couple fingers as long as you got enough to put the needle in. Or to get your pipe, I guess. Definitely recommend if you do come back during December, January. San Antonio and Austin would be really good places to visit. Hey, I appreciate the recommendations. Definitely do want to visit. Texas. I want to do a road trip across the United States eventually. I wouldn't mind doing it in my W123, but it definitely, my W123, I've got some stuff I want to do to it before that. Such as getting my cruise control fixed. Oh my fucking god. I was driving for like an hour on the highway, and I was like, oh, let me see if I can get my cruise control to work. I couldn't get it to work. It was just, my foot was sore at the end of it. I'm so used to using cruise control in like every other car. Like literally, I'll be on like a 45-mile-an-hour road, and there's no cars in front of me, and there's like lights, and I'll literally just put cruise control on at like 45 miles an hour because it's this exact speed limit. And I'll literally just brake at lights, and then I'll just start again, and then I'll just go reset. It goes back up to 45, and I keep going. I'm fucking lazy as hell when I'm driving. Lazy as hell when I'm driving, especially when there's no other cars on the road. Like, I'm just fucking chilling. But I need to get the cruise control on the Mercedes fixed. And then after that, a cross-country road trip will be on the board as something that I may want to do eventually. Because it sounds like fun. None of your cars have had cruise control? Too old? Well, we got to keep in mind, though. W123, of course. And since I've got the 300D turbo diesel, which is the highest-end version of the W123, it's like a $100,000 car today. Truly is, like, luxury of the 1970s and 80s. And cruise control was one of those luxury things they added on. So that's why it has it, of course. I don't know if the 240Ds had it. Those might have been too low end, but the 300D turbo diesels definitely do. You fuck with Fringe J? Yeah. I enjoy his music. I enjoy his videos. I don't think he makes music. His Scion XB is also fucking gas. I love first gen Scion XBs myself, so base choice of vehicle if I do say so myself. But yeah, Fringe J seems hella chill, not gonna lie. I'd play CS with him. I need to hit him up, actually. He's reacted to my content before. I need to hit up Fringe J and see if he wants to play some CS eventually. What's more fun, smoking alone or smoking with friends? Depends. Depends. Both are fun, but in different ways. In different ways. Can definitely say the national park in Maine is gorgeous. Definitely smoking and drinking there. One day in your name, we'll be tagging you. Hey, yes, sir. Hope you have a great time doing that there when you do it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. It is. I want to see the XP fully built. Not for real. Fran J music would go hard. No, it would though. It would. Not for real. The music he has in his CS videos is fucking. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I'm like, I don't know what this is, and then other times I'm like, yo, this goes fucking hard. Like I like literally need to like look at the playlists for like a lot of his videos, because sometimes the music just goes fucking banger. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, the XP is fucking gas. He got another one. He got another XP recently, which is pretty gas as well. Give us your best Fran J presents. No. Felt that was pretty good. That was a pretty good take. I'll take it. Felt like that would be pretty funny to just say no after, so had to go for it, you know what I'm saying? Do you enjoy country music? Not modern country. I don't like modern country pop country. I don't like it. It's gayer than gay people, if you ask me. Y'all know what I mean. No, I don't. I like old country. I don't mind old country. Some of it's not my personal thing, but I have respect for it as music. Johnny Cash, amazing artist. I'm like absolutely like literally gangster music before gangster music became a thing with rap. Like literally Johnny Cash is like OG fucking gangster music. I mean, like, and he was doing it fucking before, like, gangster rap and shit like that. Goes so fucking hard. Like, let's say, Devil Goes Down to Georgia. I mean, like, Creedence Clearwater. I mean, like, all of those are, I believe all of those are either country or bluegrass. I'm like, Johnny Cash, Creedence Clearwater Revival, or just Creedence Clearwater. And then Devil Goes Down to Georgia. Fucking gas. Good fucking music. But modern country, the gay ass my truck, my wife, I don't give a fuck. I don't. It's garbage. It's fucking brain rot garbage for the fucking radio, and that's all it is. Who the fuck actually listens to country music, modern country music, not old country music like Johnny Cash or Devil Goes Down to Georgia, because that shit's gas. But who the fuck listens to modern country on, like, Spotify? I've never met anybody that does. Everybody I've ever met that listens to country music, they only ever listen to it on the radio because the radio station they listen to on is just, like, their favorite one or whatever. Modern country is modern country, which isn't even really truly country. It's fucking country pop. I think it's garbo. I don't like it. If you enjoy it, hey, go you. I've got no beef with that. Hey, we all have different preferences. I fucking hate modern country pop. I don't like it. There's some good modern country stuff coming out. Check out Wyatt Floors. I'll have to keep that in mind, though. Appreciate the recommendation. I have to check out Wyatt Floors and see if it's music I enjoy. Hank Williams goes hard. Man, my grandmother loved Hank Williams, from what I heard. I've got some of them on my playlist. I haven't really gotten super big into it. I've listened to it a little bit. But I haven't been able to get into it too much. It's very different just from what I'm used to listening to. But it is one of those things that I want to get into because I have respect for what the music is. It's just not my personal thing to listen to on a routine basis, but I want to listen to it more, to get more used to it, to want to enjoy it more, to want to listen to it more, kind of thing. But yeah. Lots of good folk music out there. Country's quite dog shit. I guess I do tend to get like folk and country mixed up because there's some like stylization similarities, I guess. Same with bluegrass to an extent. I don't know really. I'm not very good at like genres. I just kind of listen to what I listen to, and I don't really know what the genres really mean. I'll acknowledge. Hey yo, appreciate the dono potato. Yo, GLaDOS. Appreciate the dono, you know what I'm saying? Potato GLaDOS. Appreciate the dono, you know what I'm saying? Yes, sir, yes, sir. Thank you very much for the $1.25. You're saying buy yourself something pretty. XX. Yo. Appreciate it, sugar mama. I'll buy myself something pretty, you know what I'm saying? I'll buy myself something pretty. Appreciate the dono, sugar mama. Yes, sir. Hope you're enjoying live stream. Hope you're having a great day. Appreciate the dono potato. Appreciate the $1.25. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Does my donation alerts work on Stream Elements? It does. It's just I sometimes miss them. I do sometimes miss them. But I covered yours. Do not worry, potato. Appreciate the dono once again. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Do I like avant-garde jazz / free jazz? I have no idea what any of that is. I'll acknowledge. I have no idea what any of that is. But, I don't mind jazz. Not at all. I don't mind jazz. Cowpunk, half country. Really unique stuff. Oh, good to know. Never heard of that before. I have to check it out. Do I use an iPhone? I do. I like the camera. I bought it specifically for the camera. Like, literally, I bought an iPhone just for the camera. Not for anything else. Like, literally, I just like I like the iPhone software for the camera because the lighting is really good on iPhones, and the lighting can be, like, really good almost anywhere. iPhone lighting is crazy good. And that's literally why I bought it. No joke. Hey, yo, appreciate the dono. Potato, once again, thank you so much for the dono, my man. Appreciate the support, you know what I'm saying? Yes, sir, yes, sir. You're saying, about to whip my Lotus Evora 400 from San Fran to Seattle on Sunday. I wouldn't do that, my man. You go from San Fran to Seattle, I'm surprised you got a Lotus Evora 400 in San Fran. I'm like, shit, I'm surprised your car hasn't been broken into and stolen, frankly put. Although, I guess anybody breaking into cars wouldn't know what a Lotus is because they're fucking stupid. But man, you go up to Seattle and some crackhead's just gonna fucking take a baseball to it for the shit, for the fun of it kind of thing. I hate to say. God, I love shitting on the West Coast. I love hating on the West Coast so much. I mean, no offense. Hey, congratulations on the Lotus Evora 400, my man. Lotus Evoras are fucking gas. Let me tell y'all what. Love Lotus Evoras myself. Wouldn't mind picking myself up one eventually. That is for sure. Excuse me. Appreciate the dono once again, Potato. Hope you're enjoying the live stream. Hope you're having a great day, and hope you enjoy whipping your Lotus up to Seattle on Sunday. Hope you have a great drive, my man, and hope you drive safe. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate stopping by. Appreciate the dono. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Appreciate the dono as well, Kelsey, aka whatever. Hey, appreciate the dono. You know what I'm saying? Saying buy you some cigarettes, you goober. Hey. Appreciate the dono. Appreciate the support. Certainly will be buying about half pack of cigarettes with your dono. I do think. It'll be picking up a pack of American Spirit Blacks with your dono. More than likely. And that's, well, price-wise, they're getting more expensive in my local area. I paid the most I've ever paid for a pack of American Spirit Blacks today. I paid $11. They're getting fucking pricey. I need to learn how to roll my own cigarettes, I'm not going to lie. Well, I know how to roll my own cigarettes, but I'm not very good at it. I need to get better at it. Because they're getting fucking pricey. Thank you so much for the dono once again, Kelsey. I appreciate the dono, and I will be sure to buy a pack of cigarettes with your dono in the future. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. BC, West Coast, Best Coast. British Columbia. I mean, like, British Columbia is very beautiful. I've never been there, but I've seen photos. But I'm like, Vancouver's interesting. I'd avoid it personally. I'd just stay north there and just go into the mountains. Honestly, personally, that's what I'd do. Honestly, that's what I'd do personally. Yeah. Want one of those Japanese two-seater pickup trucks? Can those be imported to the United States? K-trucks, like one of the ones with the front, one of the cab overs. I'm like, you can import those. I'm like, they've also got other two-seater pickups. I'm like, there's the Toyota Tacoma, of course, Toyota pickup, Toyota Hilux. Those can be two-seaters if you want them to be. You can import anything from Japan as long as it's over 25 years old. Now you just got to pay a 25% tariff on it, or however much tariff that was set for Japan, which fucking blows. It is what it is. See how long it lasts. Do I like smoking in the long drive? Never played the long drive. I need to. I do need to try the long drive. Never played it though. Never played it. But I'm tempted to pick it up eventually. I'm tempted to pick up the long drive eventually. Because I've heard good things and it looks like a fun game to play, I'm not going to lie. Vancouver's really nice spots and really shitty spots like anywhere else. Yeah. As to be expected. As to be expected. Go to BC, it's beautiful. Do need to, not going to lie. Philippines when? Wouldn't mind visiting the Philippines. Not sure when that would happen. But I do want to visit Southeast Asia. Overall. Got a bunch of countries I want to visit in Southeast Asia. Indonesia, for example, is one of them. Thailand, Vietnam. Philippines. Bunch of others. There's a bunch of countries I want to visit in Southeast Asia. And I wouldn't mind visiting the Philippines, I'll acknowledge. When am I going to make vlogs? The last video that was posted on the Jacob Jones Money channel was a vlog. Check it out, you know what I'm saying? It was a vlog of me washing my car. Highly recommend. Highly recommend. Yes, I guess one could technically consider all of my videos to be vlogs. Because they are video logs. I am video logging what I'm doing in a day. To some extent, at least. But they're not like daily vlogs or like vlogs where it's I'm waking up, I'm eating breakfast, here's my progression of my day. I don't really do vlogs like that. I've done them before. I might do them every once in a while in the future. But I have no intention of doing them all the time. But I enjoy doing vlogs about like specific things, like washing my car, or going somewhere like a museum, or having a specific experience. I like doing vlogs about specific things personally. That's just my personal preference. And so I enjoy doing, that's kind of what I do vlogs about, I'll acknowledge. Yes, sir. Like the haircut vlog? Hey. Yes, sir, yes, sir. That dude fucked up his fucking car in that vlog. Oh my god. K-trucks are goated? K-trucks are goated. Without a doubt, without a doubt. But I went to Thailand recently, had a great time. Hey, hell yeah, brother. Glad to hear. Yeah, I've heard it's affordable. I've heard cigarettes are pretty cheap. And if weed's your thing, you can also get that there these days. Although they're thinking about making it illegal again. But yeah. Estonia? I do want to visit Estonia. More Jacob vlogs as vids go hard as fuck. Hey, more to come, my man. More to come. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Alrighty, though, y'all. I think I'm probably going to be ending the stream right here. I am a little bit tired. I think I'm going to go out and have a smoke. And I think I'm going to enjoy the rest of my night. Hope you guys have enjoyed watching. I've had a great time playing some BeamNG, drinking a little bit more so than not, and chatting with all y'all. Had a great time today, and I hope you guys have had a great time watching this stream. If you guys have, of course, like, subscribe for more content. If you guys are watching on YouTube, follow, subscribe. If you guys are watching on Twitch, I suppose. Also, make sure to check out my website, www.jacobfuckingjones.com. You guys can find my merch there. T-shirts start at $19.99 on Amazon. You guys can also find my book, all about the stupid stuff I did in high school. It's like a slightly embellished autobiography for $12 even, USD on Amazon. Prices may vary around the world. And I highly recommend. Great read, of course. It's only slightly biased, as I'm the one who wrote it. But highly recommend, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all stopping by. Make sure to also check out Jacob Jones Money, the YouTube channel, Jacob Fucking Jones, the YouTube channel, Jacob Jones Clips, the YouTube channel, and Jacob Drawing Jones, the YouTube channel. All of those are in the comments or about page down below. But yeah, appreciate y'all stopping by, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all stopping by. And hope you guys have enjoyed watching the stream today. Until the next one, y'all, stay safe and peace, and have a great one. Yes, sir, you know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, brother. Yes, sir, yes, sir.